What's going on, people? Welcome to another watch along. I'm Diyar and I'm joined by Hambo here to run you through Palace's game against Southampton, getting closer towards the end of the season. And once again, Hambo's here to discuss Palace. There are some changes to the lineup from the Sheffield game. So let's get straight into it. And thank you to everyone who's joined us. If you're new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's free and helps us out massively. And also let us know what you think about the lineup, what you think about the changes from Roy Hodgson. Hambo, let's jump straight into it. So, 3 changes. A change from a winning side. That's surprising. But I guess injuries do play a part and match fitness do play a part. So, Cahill, Schlupp, and Andros dropped for Dan, Gyro, and Ayew. So, let's quickly get your thoughts on that. I feel like Cahill and Schlupp is dropped just for the sake of the amount of games that's being played in a short amount of time. But Andros dropped for Ayew. But what do you think of them?
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't want to start off negatively, but it's hard not to in a lot of ways. I understand.
Be real. You can start off how you want. You know, don't hold yourself back. Just say how it is.
I mean, first of all, I just think bringing Riedewald in is a positive for me. I didn't think Gyro deserved to be dropped, but it worked really well. And I'm frustrated in a sense. I mean, I hope that Eze stays central and we still have a 3-man midfield, and that remains to be seen. But you know, my issue with Jordan Ayew coming back into the side is the thing that probably grates the most. Cahill had injury problems, probably does need a rest, and Scott Dan was half decent in the last game he played, and he's had a relatively decent season despite being exposed at times for pace. So I can live with those, but taking Jeffrey Schlupp back out the side, it can only be fitness, because of his injury issues as well. Because I think he made a big difference to the side, even playing in central midfield where I don't particularly like him, but. I still think we're picking, square pegs in round holes, basically. We're still putting Jordan Ayew and playing in right wing, I assume. We'll see how we line up exactly. And I don't think that's the best use of him. I think it clearly comes across as a defensive move. So anything that you saw with Sheffield United standing up, us letting us have a lot of the ball, I don't think you'll see that from Southampton. And it just feels like we're possibly setting up to be a little more defensive, a little less expansive. But, Sky have got the lineup. They're suggesting that Eze is going to play central. But if we do it the right way, if we do it like we did against Sheffield United, which is having Luca as the sole person back and having Riedewald and Eze kind of free to roam, that I'm happy with that. Riedewald in for Schlupp in that system works fine. If we line up differently today and we see a 4-4-2, for example, with Eze popping up on the left and Wilfried Zaha up top, I'll be really disappointed because we just saw something work relatively well. We were crying out for it for the most of the season, that level of experimentation. I really hope we haven't taken a backward step. But for me, the big disappointment is bringing Jordan Ayew back into that side. So many other options. You could chuck a youngster in there, let alone, but stick a player who's not a right winger out on the right wing is hard for me to take.
So what about the centre back situation with Scott Dan? I mean, what's going on there? What's happened to Martin Kelly? I don't know if I've missed something. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's always seemed like he's on the bench. He's been on the bench for a very long time, but he can never get game time.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is that the reason? I don't get it. Look, Scott Dan, we're reaching towards the end of the season. This is the perfect time to go and experiment. Put Martin Kelly on. Bring him on. Let him have some game time. He hasn't played that much this season. When is the last time Kelly actually played for this club? I can't remember it. But when he has played, he's put in a solid shift.
Yeah, exactly.
So, where is he?
Yeah, he's he had a couple of 23 games the other day and all that kind of stuff. I don't really understand the complete ignoring of Martin Kelly. I know he had injury issues, but he's been fit for a while. He's never on the, whenever Roy talks about the injuries of the team and the squad, he's never one that's mentioned at all. But he's one of a few players who just don't seem to get opportunities, at least on a regular basis. And as you say, Diyar, he's never let us down. The only time Martin Kelly's ever really struggled is if you play him for maybe 10 games in a row. Then he seems to start to have mistakes creep into his game. But, it seems an odd thing, but Roy has his favourites, and he has his. If one person's out, he'll go through the list of people he'll pick, and if if you haven't played for him, you're not likely to get picked for some time unless you've got about 10 injuries.
look, lots of people hyped about one thing, and that's that maybe we're going to play the youth now because we're mathematically safe. But I don't know why guys got hyped for it, because in our manager, which everyone should know at this point, for like the last 3-4 years, that wasn't going to happen. But don't you think it was the right time potentially to bring in a couple players who've been performing well at that level? Or there's that dilemma that, they've still got games coming up as well. So their season's not done. So do you think he's made the right choice by not even putting them on the bench for this game?
I don't personally, but that is the one excuse would be the importance of what it means to the club and what it means to those players to go and take a title. So making them travel, tiring them out, and making them follow the first team squad. You've got the 23s with a playoff. You've got the 18s, very close to winning the league, which would be an incredible feat. So, maybe it is right not to give them a run out today, but it's yeah, I do struggle with it. I really do. It's not like Southampton's a million miles away from Selhurst, is it? So, I struggle for us still at this time not giving opportunities. And I've got the subtitles up on the screen at the moment, and I just caught a few words of Roy talking about Southampton again and about how desperate they will be for the win and all this kind of stuff. This is a team that have won like 1 or 2 in 10 games or something.
Exactly,
like
yeah,
that.
they've been pissed poor.
So why you wouldn't in our position, Diyar, is go for the win, go for the throat, try and. No, we've got nothing else riding on it. Go for the
but
goal,
it sums it up though. It sums it up though. Doesn't it sum up what we've been moaning about all season long, about actually going for it? It's not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen on this manager. It's nothing that surprises me. And that's why in the Sheffield United game, yeah, we beat them 2-0. Yeah, Eze scored all them goals, but it depends what happens this game. And based on the lineup, it's looking like it's going to be a long game for us. Hopefully Southampton's poor form can actually help us, but it doesn't look like we're going to go for it. Whereas in the Sheffield United game, we did. So I don't know where Roy's mind's at. But look, thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. Shout out to Chris, who says, I wouldn't have started Dan or Ayew. I'm going 0-0. Palace fan says, wow, City champion, so surprised. Jay says, coming up the Palace. Luke says, can't wait to see Dan making mistakes. Palace fan, Hambo, drip headphones. David Moy says, Eze to carry on. It's good form and score again today. Paul says, Butland deserves the game. Guaita deserves a rest. What do you think of that? Look, we talked about different rotations, but Jack Butland, he's been on the bench. He's clearly our second choice. In this game, would you have, potentially started him ahead of Vicente?
Why not? Why not give him an opportunity? Why not reward him for the time he's spent on the bench, the work he's done at the club? He's a good keeper. Give him that opportunity. It's this all over again. We know Roy from seasons gone by. You can call it respect for the opposition, respect for the competition to some degree, but to me, it also smacks of not really planning ahead, not really looking to the future, and not really, thinking, well, what happens in the summer? What if Guaita decides that actually, another opportunity somewhere else, maybe go back to Spain, is the right thing for him? And Butland's coming in fresh, and we got to get another keeper. Why not give him a few games? And I think Mateta's probably the other one in that category, who. Why not? Why not give him this opportunity now? Because from here on, the running's not good, is it, Diyar? So the only opportunities he's going to get from now is against top opposition, realistically speaking. And he's going to struggle for touches, let alone goals. Yeah.
Look, there's more comments coming up. Attacking lineup from the Saints. They must fancy it, says Spaffy. Oliver says that team is so predictable. Yeah, I would have liked to see something. I would have liked to see just a bit of excitement. It's just the same old, same old. I guess the rotations happen, but it's like the same rotations that if it was going to happen, that we expected of. So I don't know. Look, there's 2 more weeks for Palace left, I think. But Patrick says, would you guys stop? There's 4 games left. Roy's done after this year. Just relax. He's leaving. Let's thank him for carrying this sorry run team for the last 4 years. Why is this team sorry run? Is it because of Roy? So it's not because of Roy that this team is sorry run?
Well,
I don't get it. I don't get that mentality. Look, I'm not gonna. Of course, there's gonna be opinions. There's different opinions and disagreements, but there's no point of me just thanking Roy for what? For keeping the squad up this year when the squad, even Will said it should stay up with the squad that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little differently in the sense that, part of me now, it looks like it's coming to an end, is a little bit like, do we leave off a little bit with Roy and do we say, actually, you know what, long period at the club, decent stability, but I think, I'm still stuck a little bit like you are, Diyar, on the fact that we haven't really kicked on. And there's a number of reasons you can point to for that, but this last 18 months to 2 seasons, really. This has been very negative, and we've not used the talent in the squad as much as we should have done, and that's the disappointing thing for me. But it doesn't mean that when Roy does go, and I assume he will be going, it doesn't mean that I won't look back on it and say, actually, over the course of his period at the club, he did a really good job. He's been a fantastic manager throughout his career, and he's done a really good job with Palace. But it has gone stale, and it has been very, very hard to watch, and that has been consistent throughout the course of the most recent spell.
Hold up. So I just want to pick out a comment from Peter. He says, not one Premier League team play youth at the end of the season. Whole thing is pure nonsense. So let me quickly go and read you the Man United lineup that just happened at 6 p.m. kickoff. So they played Williams, their youngster. They played Ahmed. They played Greenwood. They played El Ghana. And these players are not first-team players. So that's Man United, who are second in the Premier League, are playing 1, 2, 3... Well, I won't count Greenwood because Greenwood's actually talented and, he is involved. But them 3 players are not involved. So that thing is that you just said is nonsense, because we just saw it today, literally a couple hours ago, where Man United played 3 youth players, and we're talking about a club like United. So why can't we do it when we've literally got nothing to play for?
And again, Diyar, people do tend to go to extremes. I don't think anyone is saying chuck out an entire youth team out there. What we're saying is, have someone... And the other thing is, have someone on the bench, and we have put people on the bench, but then use them. Don't put them on the bench and then leave them on the bench for the whole game. Just, give them that for 10 minutes. What does it matter? Right now, we have got to look to the future, and that is more apparent now than ever. And even now, with the last few games of the season, Roy is still not really looking beyond the actual present, and you could forgive that if he's not remaining the manager, but to me, he still has a duty as the manager to look after the future of the club. And in too many occasions, he hasn't done that. But hey, today is an opportunity. We'll see how we line up. If we line up the same way we did against Sheffield United tactically, then we could have a good game. We could put Southampton to the sword here and do really well. And all this moaning will mean nothing at the end of it. But to me, it doesn't change anything throughout the course of the season.
All right, so if you're watching this on Facebook and Twitter, head over to our YouTube channel for the watch along of the game. Hopefully Palace do something. Come on, Palace, do something. Hopefully we do something, and hopefully Roy proves us all wrong, but very much doubt it. So Hambo, score predictions, and also send your score predictions chat as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I've seen in the chat, well, not a lot of people, a few people that have said scores have gone with a 1-1, and that's kind of where I feel it might be. I do fancy us to get a goal today if we play the same way, and it looks like we are. I've seen Eze occupying a central position at the moment. We created a lot of chances against Sheffield United, and we'll see if Southampton do try a high press against us, because if they don't, we will create opportunities. And Benteke's had an early shot just wide.
Yeah,
wow.
You're ahead of me. You have to sync up.
I'll hit pause in a bit there. I'm just going to wait until I can actually see the time on the screen to do that.
So what was your score prediction?
So I'm going with a 1-1.
1-1. All right, cool. I'll go for... Oh, geez, I can't use a 1-1. All right, I'll go for... let's be positive. 1-0 Palace.
1 minute exactly, Diyar. As soon as you hit 1 minute,
exactly.
let me know.
All right, cool. So Luke saying 0-0. Tyrone saying 1-1. Spaffy saying 2-1 Saints. Oliver says good shot by Benteke. I'll see that right now. I'm a bit behind, but we're going to sync up. We'll let you guys know as well at minute mark. But if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. And yeah, let's see what Palace do against Southampton. Sheffield United was literally a walk in the park, expected, after a team that's 20th in the Premier League that got 17 points. But this game should be interesting to see how we perform. Our intent's the most important thing, really.
Definitely.
So 1 minute, I'll let you know, Hambo.
How you doing so far?
Oh, geez. No, I'm just trying to find the best one.
Right.
So 43. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm about 10 seconds behind.
Okay, no problem.
All right, now.
Okay.
Good stuff. I didn't see the shot from my ticket, but we're synced up.
Oh, that's fine. It was early opportunity, just wide of the the keeper's left. As you're looking at it, the right hand post, and not far wide at all. But it was a good start, and Palace, looking like they've got some intent about them. And obviously, Wilf is drifted left, Benteke central, Jordan Ayew on the right hand side. And it is a central 3. And we'll just have a look and see if Luca's playing that kind of pivot role, or if he's going to If he's going to sit back a little bit. But Palace have got a free kick. Luka Milivojevic will take it on the left-hand side here. Diyar.
Go on, Luka. Nice ball into the box. Come on.
Floated one in.
Luka's taking
Headed
it.
down by Scott Dan.
Scott Dan.
Benteke. Benteke still. Benteke.
Benteke.
Get in!
Benteke. Come on! Christian Benteke, let's go! Come on! After a 1 minute game, Palace are 1-0 up. Oh my days, what's happening with this team? Let's go, Christian Benteke, 1-0. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Another goal from Benteke. Literally, after a minute, great ball into the box from Luka. Scott down header. Benteke, 2-3 touches. Look at that. Just look at that. 1, 2, bang!
I mean, there you go. I mean, what are we going to talk about again? Yet again, balls into the box. This time there's a free kick. Scott Dan getting up really well, heading it back across. But Benteke, okay, you could argue maybe a touch of fortune initially, but the header forward and then to finish it on the left foot, weak foot strike past the keeper. That is a striker playing with renewed confidence. And, you know, such a shame it's taken him this long to get to that point. But a lot of that's got to do with how we've played.
He wants the contract, Hambo. He wants it. He's been bagging in the goals all season long. He wants a new contract. And I feel like Palace, there might come a point where, you know, they just have to give it. Because he's been performing so well, and even if he doesn't get a new contract, I feel like he set himself up well in terms of. I feel like a club will definitely come and offer him a contract, even if it's not at England.
100%, and you know,
what a goal though! What a goal! What a touch!
Yeah.
No Palace. David Moyes says Southampton's drop off this season must be concerning to their fans. People were speaking high of Ralph, but you got to mention how conscious this team has been since. I'm telling you, Southampton. They were the most optimistic fans going into the season. There was actually a survey. They were the most optimistic fans. They were in the top 6. And literally, Southampton right now, as it stands, they are 17th. One spot above the relegation zone. They're not getting relegated, but how on earth do you go from the top 6 to 17th? Like,
well, they were.
Even Palace weren't bottled it like that.
Don't forget, I think it was November, they were top of the league.
How on earth have you dropped that? Like, I don't know. But at this point, I'll take it. We're 1-0 up. That's their problem. But he'll probably get sacked, I guess. Because there's no way you drop that big and don't get a sack. Especially in a game that...
And Diyar, you know, how again, I don't want to be too negative, but it is frustrating to look at this side, the way we're set up and think about how long we stuck with the 4-4-2, how little we changed it. And even that moment where we did go with a 3-man midfield for a half of a game.
45. Yeah. 45 minutes of a game against Wolves. I never forget that.
Doesn't work. And you're like, it did. And yeah, this is so much better. It gives so many of the team a better opportunity to play well. And I wonder if perhaps we were trying to accommodate Wolves centrally a little bit too much. But, you know, you can play that game wide left of a front 3 and still occupy central areas. So, you know,
it's a good start so far.
Yeah.
We got the goal, but it's still 5 minutes gone by. Like, you know, you never know. You never know what could happen. Hopefully we push on. But the formation clearly helps with early goals. I don't know what it is, but
well, it helped with creating chances. You go back, to the previous couple of seasons before the last, when we were playing a 4-3-3, 4-5-1, we created lots of opportunities. We just kept missing them, but we weren't creating the right type of opportunities. You know, this last game and a bit, we did have been creating the right sort of opportunities for the right players, and it's that's as simple as it can be sometimes. Just to pick out Tim Davis's comment saying, "When do you think the next season's kit will be announced?" That was something that happened in the Supporters Trust AGM. If you just Google CPFC Supporters Trust, you can find the minutes for that, and there's quite a lot of interesting detail on there if you want to read it. But I think it's at the end of June will be the announcement of all 3 new kits.
Oh, I thought you were talking about kits, like lots of interesting details. Like, what can you talk about?
No, there's loads of other stuff in there as well.
Yeah. But hopefully it'll get released soon. Also, next week I'm not going to the Arsenal game. Where are you going?
No, I didn't get to. I mean, I was at the back of the list anyway because I went to the Spurs game, but no, I wasn't. To be honest with you,
do you reckon we're going to end up in a situation where, because the way that Roy talks about his future, it seems like his future's at Palace. Like, he talks about we need better players in the summer. I don't know. It seems the way he's been talking, it's like he's staying. Do you think there's going to be a situation where Roy stays on next season?
That's
what I feel.
I personally, I don't want it, and it would make things very difficult for me personally. But I would
Not
say
only for you, trust me.
Yeah. But I would say, look, it's a definite possibility. I mean, certainly, I dare say where we have looked at the managerial situation. I'm just looking at Redmond steaming forward here. But look, of course, there's a possibility. If we can't find somebody better, somebody that the owners feel is a better option, Roy becomes a possibility again, doesn't he? And it's not beyond the realm.
I'm worried about next season, though. I'm worried about next season because with fans in the ground, it's not going to be like this. Like some of the performance that we had so far, I'm telling you, even when we win in games, not last season, the season before, people were pissed off. So when fans are back in the ground, it's not gonna. I'm scared about next season. I'll be honest with you. I think even if Roy stays, it's. I'm not too sure. Like yes, these last 2 games we've been doing well, but I think if you look at the bigger picture, I don't think we're guaranteed to stay up. I don't think it is as straightforward as people put out to be under Roy Hodgson.
No, you think about the rebuilding job. You think about everything that's got to happen at the club. But
it's a rebuilding job doesn't make sense with a manager who's going to leave. It doesn't make sense like that. That's what right now in the summer. That's when you want a new manager. That's when you want a new manager. But you have to watch out for this though. Southampton be passing about and pretty much comfortable on the wall. As the offside, is offside. But yeah, like that rebuilding job under Roy Hodgson makes no sense. We've got how many players out of contract in the summer?
Yeah, I mean,
it makes sense to bring in a new manager. It doesn't make sense to bring in a new manager the season after when we're gonna sign some of these players, you know, and so we're gonna bring in more younger. Like, just bring in a new manager, just start fresh. Rebuild doesn't mean one season, by the way. It's not one summer. I think everyone knows this. Realistically, Palace are never gonna sign 10 players in one summer. Not gonna transform the squad and rebuild it with a new manager. That's not gonna happen. But it's gonna be the start of something, and it makes it for me. It makes sense that a new manager comes in and we restart fully with all them players out of contract in the summer, not next summer, this summer, because we're in this situation right now.
Yeah, I do think more of those players who are at a contract. I do think they will probably stay at least an extra year or so, because the cost of signing, as you're saying, the cost of signing people to replace them is so high, but over the next 2 years, it's going to be wholesale changes. But that's a dangerous time, whether Roy was the manager or not. Whoever comes in, it's a really dangerous time to be managing and owning this football club, because it's a tough thing to get right. The recruitment has got to be, you think about it recruitment-wise, you get probably 1 in 3, 1 in 2, 1 in 3 signings really do have the impact you hope they will across the board, really. Not every sign is successful. But the pressure when you're replacing multiple players over a period of time, if you have to have a very, very, very solid bit of recruitment to cope with that. Otherwise, you go down, or if you're a bigger club, you miss out on Europe, you miss out on the opportunities you usually get. So dangerous time for Palace, no matter what.
For the time check, it's 9 minutes and 53, 54, 55. I think Hambo's like a second or two ahead of me. 57, 58, 59, 10. About to say 60.
I paused for 3 seconds after the goal because I noticed you were there, so it should be on.
So yeah, me and Hambo are synced up. 10 minutes and 10 seconds right now. But people are talking about right now in the game. There's not much going on. Southampton's pretty much keeping the ball. It seems like we're not really pressuring them with all intensity, and hopefully that doesn't cost us. But people are talking about the Roma manager. How do you pronounce the name? Fonseca?
Yeah, Paulo Fonseca.
Yeah, I mean, but the problem with that is that with this squad and the type of football that he plays, would it suit us? Would it help us? Because I don't think we've got the players for him to come in. We saw it with Frank de Boer. You might say he's a bad manager, but we didn't really have the players to suit his style. So it means bringing in loads of new players because he likes playing free at the back. He likes to do high intensity pressing. Trust me, these 30-year-olds with high intensity pressing, they're going to be gone midway through the season with injuries and stuff. They're not. I don't think they're built for it. We can't play that sort of game with Scott Dann, which we saw right now getting pressured throughout the season. So he sounds good on paper, but I mean, is it going to work with this squad? And we're not going to bring in, as I said, 5-6 players in the summer.
So here's Frank de Boer's failing to some degree, and also the club's failing in hiring him as well. It was in the absolute belief that you could change a system that quickly, and you could ask that of players who weren't capable of it, right? So you've got to say a decent manager, and Fonseca should come into that category, would be able to adapt his tactics and his way of playing to the squad he's got. Look at someone, we talk about him a lot, but Sean Dyche, for example, right? He knows what he's got at Burnley, and he's built a tactical system around it. If you give him a different club and a different setup, if he's really as good a manager as he appears to be at Burnley, he will play a different way. And the person I would pick out most of all in all of that is Sam Allardyce.
Out.
Get that
Sam
out.
Allardyce.
So Big Sam got a lot of stick for being, for the way he played at Bolton, and West Ham fans were obsessed that he was playing that same way for West Ham when he wasn't really. But if you look at how he had Palace playing, it wasn't like the Bolton of old. It wasn't long ball. It wasn't.
I loved it. Benteke, how many goals did he score on the Big Sam?
Exactly.
He got the best out of the squad.
Yeah, he knows what he has and how best to build a system around what he has. So any really good manager, which is what we're after, would be able to do that with what he has. But you're absolutely right, Diyar. And my concern is exactly as you're saying.
I'm not liking this, Hambo. I'm not liking this.
No,
they're just passing it about. Benteke, he's probably going to get a yellow card after, and it's just the wide areas. Look down the right hand side.
Corner.
Tried to cross it, but it's a corner. Yeah, I'm not liking this so far. We scored that one goal, but ever since that goal, we've literally been sitting back, and they're slowly creeping in. And is this the second corner of the game or third corner?
Yeah. I think it's the second. But just to finish on what I'm saying, I just think the modern game in the Premier League, DR, is about high press. It's about playing with pace for 90 minutes, isn't it? And you look at the teams that struggle. Look at Sheffield United this year. They don't play that way. They were unable to press all game, and that's why they've ended up bottom of the league with the points that they've had. And teams that don't have the energy to press that much are the ones that struggle. So,
And also, when you're talking about a good manager, I don't think it's all down to tactics. A good manager, I feel like whenever we talk about managers, we talk about their style but it's more about man management. It's lots of things. A manager isn't just tactics. It's about how he treats the squad. Like, I don't know. With Sean Dyche, he seems like he's a strict type of manager, and would he fit in Palace? I'm not too sure, but he seemed like he sends a message across. But Eddie Howe is a different manager to Sean Dyche in terms of not talking about tactics, but it seems like he's more based on the training sessions and based on what we've been told about Eddie Howe. He's more hands-on approach. He goes to his players, he speaks to his players. Whereas Sean Dyche, I think he does that, but he's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
With how he manages. So that also matters. It's not all about tactics.
No, you're absolutely right. But having said that, Roy gets a lot of praise from the players, and you expect that.
Exactly.
But a lot of players, they say that he, even Wilf was speaking this week saying how much that Roy has developed him as a person. Roy is actually well regarded in that respect. But where he falls down for me is in his ability to react during the game. And that's what I like when you look at managers on the sidelines who are living every second of that game. They're desperately trying. They see a problem. They're trying to get messages on the pitch. We're very passive with that at times, and so often we'll get to half time in a game and we'll either be 0-0 or even sometimes 1-0 down, and you can see the messages keep doing what you're doing. And to me, that's where we fail so much. But
this is not good, Hambo. This is not good.
All pressure.
Be real. This is shit. I'll just say how it is. We scored that first goal, but if it continues like this, I mean, they're going to start creating chances. We saw it there, Kouyaté. It's happened multiple times already. As soon as he kicks the ball out, there's no one there because the wingers, Jordan Ayew and Wilf, they're just too bad. They're too defensive. There's no one up there. We need to keep the ball way too deep. Yeah, exactly. Come natural. Way too deep. Come on. Anyways, Chris says poor in-game management. Exactly. So there's pros and cons of every manager. But for example, if we're talking about Lampard, he seemed like he's good with with the younger players. So Anyways, enough of that. What's that from James Ward-Prowse? Was that Studs?
No, he's on the
that looked a bit dirty. Knowing him, he probably means everything that he does.
Yeah, and look, it's Ward-Prowse on Zaha again.
Ward-Prowse,
on Zaha. That's been his thing for the last few games against them. He tries to kick Zaha out of the game every time. Tries to wind him up. Got him sent off once, didn't he? And had a little smirk to himself, and more of the same again, which is disappointing.
Yeah. What have I got for dinner? I've got chicken and rice. I'm having that later on at halftime. I'm gonna break my fast. Halftime.
Nice.
Yeah. And who would you both want as Palace manager? I've said this already. I've talked about this already. I'm 50-50 between Eddie Howe and Sean Dyche. I can't talk about them yet because I know of them. I know how they play. I know their style. I know what's happened. But before I choose my manager, I want to go and look in depth about what they've done, what they've achieved, what's their approach. And right now, I can't say I've got a favorite. I haven't done that because I haven't had the time. But now I've got the time, thankfully. I'm done with all my work. So I'm going to look into them. But right now, I'm 50-50, but it changes. Sean Dyche was leading it for the other week, and I don't mind. I don't mind between Sean Dyche and Eddie Howe. I'll be honest with you. But it's between them.
I suppose when you're talking about those choices, they're the ones that are rumoured. You know, my left field suggestion has always been Daniel Farker at Norwich. It's something about the way he got Norwich playing that I really like. There's something about how he talks, how passionate he is that I think give him a chance at a better club. Chris E. Repeating a comment we hear a lot from John Dye on this chat, but Thomas Frank from Brentford's the option. Done really well. I've heard it a lot of times. And I always laugh, and I'm like, but to me, and I'll say it again, the thing with Brentford for me is that's really good. I'm going to shut up for a sec while we watch this.
Yeah, nice bit of one-touch passing. Wardy, he needs help. Eze's there.
Come on.
Not a good cross.
Picked it up. It's Benteke.
Nice. Benteke. Put it down. Come on, Palace. Whoa, George.
There you go. Wardy had scored that, honestly. Yeah.
If he scored that, I'm running out naked. With my top off. Not completely. I'm not aware though. But
yeah, we got out a little bit there, didn't we? You know, but
that would have been a crazy goal.
But it's been all pressure, isn't it? It really has been all pressure. We finally just got out.
Is that our second shot in the game?
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, we need to watch out for South. They've kept the ball. Like, what's the stats saying?
Yeah.
The stats are like 71% possession for them.
That's a silly
They've been knocking on the door.
Silly foul there from Eze.
Yeah. We have to. We're too deep. We need to push forward a bit more. And when we do get the ball, options need to be there. There's no option. Look, another diagonal pass.
No one out with him. Why is no one with? Where's Wardy? Why is Wardy not with Redmond? Ball in the box.
Into the box. Get it out.
Oh, there you go.
Get it out, man.
There you go. 1-1.
Get it out. Oh my days. 1-1. It was coming.
Basic stuff, though. Basic stuff.
Just diagonal balls. It's open.
How is Nathan Redmond completely unmarked? Completely. Why is Wardy in the middle with Kouyaté marking
too narrow? Someone said it before. Who said it? Someone said it. I saw it in chat. We're too narrow. Way too narrow. Literally open up.
Why is he there? Why is he there?
All right, no, Hambo. If he's there, then Jordan Ayew needs to be covered. Like there needs to be something. If Wardy's staying narrow, then Jordan Ayew needs to go and track someone needs to go and track their wide players. But poor defender. Look, Danny Ings touch, shot, goal.
It's so dumb. There's no two ways about it. Two men. Marking.
Said it like 5-10 minutes ago, though. Said it like 5-10 minutes ago.
But not even talking to each other either. Why isn't Kouyaté? Why isn't Dan? Why isn't somebody looking up and saying, "Hey, Wardy, get out, go and mark your man"? Because you do the basic stuff right. That goal doesn't happen. Pathetic.
Danny Ings like it's Calvin Andrew. Like, why giving all the time in the world? Like, it's Danny Ings. Oh my days, 1-0. And I don't know how it happened, but from kickoff, we seemed like we lost the ball straight away as well. It's looking like one of them games. Early goal, but of course, not every team is Sheffield United. So, like, I'm not really that surprised about it. Jacob says Ward isn't a right back, should be a centre back. I've said it in the past that, another diagonal ball over to Redmond. But I've said it in the past. I think the long-term future for Wardy is going to be centre back or CDM. He's not the fastest player. Look, they're in the box. A shot, nice block by Mitchell. But come on, man, come on! Just diagonal passes. It's too easy, way too easy.
We just
left open every single time to receive it. We're too narrow. Narrow.
I mean, again, not building on a good start, not seeing what we did. We had them on the ropes in the first few minutes, but we get a goal, and as you pointed out, Diyar, as I've said numerous times throughout the course of the season, we're so easy to push back. They just up the pace a little bit, and again, we did nothing to deal with it on pitch, off pitch. There's no response to how Southampton were doing. We just seem to accept it as part of the game, and we're now look at us now.
Go on, push now. Push.
So much back, but look at it.
Do
People
not use the
jogging out.
ball.
Jogging out. We're still mostly in our own half.
The pressure on us. There's no options. Options. Someone come and get the ball. That's a foul as well. Someone come and get the ball though. What's going on?
Yeah.
The pressure. There's no one there. Luckily that we got away with that. But that was a dirty foul as well.
Earth Extremities is observing there. No card given for this. Look at that. How can you not get a yellow card for that? That is insane.
That is a yellow card. I've just seen it. That is a yellow card. What are you playing at? Oh my days. Daniel says they've started pressing us a lot more, and we know how that usually turns out for us. We saw it in that possession. I think Daniel said that about a minute ago. We saw it in that possession. I mean, there was no options for Luca there. Every time they press us, what are we going to boot it? Mark says, sit back, Roy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not, I mean, we scored that first goal, but this is not a good start. I'll be honest. Even before that first goal, we're literally calling for it. Just sitting back, way too narrow, out wide, too much space. And that's how they got the goal from across.
Yeah, and how numerous teams have done that against us.
We're pressing them here. We're pressing them here, but
yeah, but
is it effective? That's the thing.
But yeah, again, that's a response.
They still got the ball.
That's a response to being pegged back, though, isn't it, Diyar? It's a response to conceding the equaliser. Suddenly, we're doing the things we should have been doing at 1-0 to go and keep winning the actual game. You know, that's it's negative again. You know, it's amazing we can be negative after going up so early in the game, but we were.
Yeah. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's all free and helps us out massively. If you can do that, it takes a second. That'd be much appreciated. Thanks to everyone who has done so far. But Mark says, is Zaha playing? He hasn't really had that much of the ball. Every time we've got the ball, we've just been booting it up, and it's been mainly down the right-hand side.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the way
when he did get the ball, by James Ward-Prowse. But that's the thing with Wilf, though. When he's playing out wide, we've said it under Roy's system. I still think that's his best position. But under this system, it's questionable.
Yeah, you and I disagree on that. You know, because I do think Wilf's best position is central, and I do, but I think.
Why under Roy or just in general?
I think in general, but you've got to have a system that works with it, and we've talked about it a lot. Diyar. If you can find a way of playing Wilf central with another striker and having Eze in behind them, and to a degree, you might have to sacrifice wing play, but you know, for a long period of time, we weren't putting crosses in anyway. So. I don't know. I mean, this system is decent for the players that we've got. But...
Oh, my days. Hambo, I'm sorry to cut you off, but this happens so many times with Kouyaté. There's literally no one there to come and pick up the ball, and he literally has to boot it. And when he boots it, it is not going to Christian Benteke. It's going to Jordan Ayew or Eze, who is not good in the air. And they've never been good in the air, and it's not their fault. Someone needs to come and collect the ball. They're pressing us, but no one is collecting the ball.
But look at what we are right now. Right now, what we are is a team playing, you know, at best 4-5-1.
Out wide again. Out wide
because,
again. Luckily, they didn't play it. We're lucky, but now they have. Now they have. He's open.
Unmarked again.
He's open. There's a shot.
Save.
What a save. Come on, Palace. Come on.
How is it that Nathan Redmond isn't being marked? He's playing left wing.
Seriously, he's like...
Look at Ward. Where's Ward again?
Is he not playing? Like, is there
Ward
glitch
is central.
In the
Ward is central, and he's got 3 other Palace players around him. So Jordan Ayew, who's supposed to be playing right wing, is central midfield. Kouyaté's had to go out because Ward is in the centre. But what is going on in the defence that we cannot get ourselves organised to? It's the basic thing that we're supposed to deliver, isn't it? Roy's supposed to be a manager who has the team playing, you know, to the right positions in the right shape. We're all over the place at the back. It's pathetic.
So tight. That's what she said. But
that's what she said yourself. That's my job.
Oh my days. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, we're treating like Nathan Redmond's got 0 pace. Like he didn't just assist Danny Ings for a goal. And we're not changing it. Like, someone go out there and get Redmond. Another corner for Southampton.
Yep.
Ball into the box. Nice clearance.
Good head out.
We've dealt with the corners well so far, but Redmond's got it again. God. Oh my days, in the wide areas.
Another save.
Go and get him. Go and get the wide. Someone pick up the wide area. Why are we so narrow?
I mean, I've got to assume that Joel Ward has been told to just not be a right back. I mean, who?
Well, be a centre back. I don't get it. What?
This Riedewald.
He's more narrow than a centre back.
Riedewald, Milivojevic, and Ward standing in a 3, marking 2. No one's even looked wide. I mean, it's really.
They're all over us, man. They're all over us. It's not looking good.
It's bad.
We're trying to press them, but the press is so it's so poor. Like they're just beating. They're just easily walking through our press so far. It doesn't impact them at all. It's like we're not even pressing them, but we are. We've got the ball there. People are talking about Jordan Ayew, talking about Townsend should have been playing.
Yeah.
There
was no need. There was no reason whatsoever to bring Ayew back into this side. He's not played well pretty much all season. Got a few important goals, but basically all season has been very poor. And we're not even playing him where we should be playing him. We're playing him as effectively as a right winger. And he
73% possession for Southampton.
Yeah.
And it's not possession for enough. Like they are creating chances. They've had more than a couple corners. They've scored a goal, and they're getting into wide areas. So it's not like possession for possession's sake. They're getting the chances. We're sitting back. We're not doing it properly. Way too narrow. Look
at the passing. It's
we got the ball.
No
one is there to pick up Hambo.
No one is there.
Literally, Mitchell's there, but no one in central areas is there. There's no options. Mitchell, oh my days. Luckily, Will Fire, oh my days.
The same thing, right? So we've not learned from whenever we played Southampton before. As soon as we get Zaha on the ball, 2 on him straight away, right? We know that's the problem when he's out wide. That's what they do. So what are we doing about it? Have we seen Eze on the ball? Not really. So, what's our way of doing something in this game and getting out of this pattern that we're in right now? Nothing. Oh, wow.
Oh my days.
You're right, Diyar. It's a lot of water.
Yeah, I just broke my fast.
Hammered. Oh, okay.
All right. My blood pressure dropping as well. I haven't had food, and you have to take care to keep beating the ball up to like literally nobody. Like it's not helping me at all. Thankfully, we got the ball here. As to Jordan Ayew. Quick passes. Come on, Palace. Move it about. Oh my days. Why can't we just play Sheffield United every week?
Yeah, that'd be the way, wouldn't it?
Oh man. How do you pronounce her name? Gurav says, I think it's Gurav, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Why Roy is playing same team always? Then what is the point of bringing Meach from loan? We're wasting Maya, Camarasa, Solov. Daniel says, you've got to love Roy's stubbornness. He will need change anything until he will never change anything until it gets to halftime, despite obvious need to do so. Come Natural says you could land a 747 down our planks. Yeah. And you're not wrong. Literally. Oh, thankfully we're up the pitch now, though.
Yeah. It's taken a while again.
It's taken about half an hour, but we've finally beat their press.
But it does seem madness. That is
Wilf.
Great play from Wilf, and that was a free kick.
All right, let's see if we can create something from here. Because apart from that shot from Benteke and a block shot from Woody, nothing really going forward. Nothing. Jacob says we need a new right winger. We just use Ayew as time-wasting tactics so our defenders can get a break. Yeah, but let's see what Palace can do from here. Come on, Palace. Create something. Oh, my days. So, Eze's taking it this time around. That's interesting. It's not Luca. Are you all right?
Maybe.
What happened?
Nothing.
You look so sus right now. What's going on?
I know.
What's going on? Luke, a nice ball to Jordan Ayew. Go on, George. Corner. Come on.
You can see that. Yeah. Don't look behind me. Nothing's happening.
Is that a sword? Oh, no. Is that...
No.
Oh, no. All right.
No, there is no moth killing at all going on in this household.
All right, cool. That's what's happening. I thought that was a sword for a second.
It's not a sword. It's a
That's what are you doing? What's going on? Someone getting knighted in their household. But
there we go. Hey, go corner for Palace while we got distracted by the moth aside.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Benteke is there. Put it onto Benteke's header. Eze's taking it. Literally to... Well, it landed to Piazza, but that was piss poor. Now Southampton's through on the counter-attack.
And that is
running through. Get back, Woody. Woody's coming back. Oh, jeez. No, lovely.
Luca.
What was that?
Well done,
Luca. Lovely Luca. What on earth happened in that corner? Oh my days. We literally took a corner. Kouyaté passes the ward, and then that was my days. Let's hope we don't have another corner in this game if we're going to take it. Because they're actually against us more than helping us.
I just don't understand why Joel Ward's on the
to rebuild. What was that?
Why is Joel Ward on the edge of the box waiting for the corner to for his consistently brilliant long range shooting? Do we think?
And his pace to track back as well. Kouyaté is breaking his fast. Good to see that the club and both sets of teams allowing that to happen. So we've got a fast break there. MTV Flat says, back to our usual tactics and performances. I do believe you saw this coming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not every team is Sheffield United.
No.
And after that first goal, it was after 1 or 2 minutes, and this was coming. And let's see what happens, because right now, as it's looking, Southampton could get their second goal.
Yeah, I'm laughing at Peter's comment saying Wardy is in full PVA mode. He kind of is at a slightly slower pace, but he's all over the pitch.
But he's been asked to. I mean, he hasn't really had any help. He's been asked to sit and narrow, and Redmond's got all the time in the world. And I should go and pick up Redmond if Wardy's sitting in narrow. So it's not helping him.
No, it's interesting though, isn't it? That with when PVA is playing, we know that flank would be the one exploited, but with Mitchell there, they're exploiting the other flank. So, just an interesting point of order.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they have attacked Mitchell a couple of times early on in the game, but it seemed like they're going at Wardy a bit more now. Probably because they got their assist from their left-hand side, their left-hand side. So, look at this, though. I mean, we pressed there, but their centre-back had all the time in the world. So much time on the ball, man. So much time. And then they go and pick up them diagonal passes. Oh, my days. Philip says if they let Big Ben go at the end of the season and Roy stay for another season, there'll be a lot of unhappy fans.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Basically what we've been saying all season long, even before this game. Oh, my days. Lucky we got the ball here. Go on the counter, what we're doing. Oh, my days. We're lucky that was a foul because there was literally no one there to go and pick up the ball. No one.
Rata Mahata has said, has said murderers. I think that's about the moth situation. The moth is fine. It's just in the Hoover now.
Yeah. I hate insects. I cannot deal with them.
You can't deal with any animals, though, Diyar. The funniest thing ever was when you were scared of a tiny dog during the marathon walk. And then when you saw the deer...
Oh, this could be scary as well, Hambo, because Jordan has got the ball. Go on. Oh, my days. I thought he was going to cross it. Oh, he did. Go on, Jared. Oh, my days.
So close.
Oh.
Gyro breaking from midfield there. Good run.
I thought he was going to cross it to Benteke. But that was nice from Eze.
Yeah, great ball.
Lovely ball. That was a lovely ball.
Yeah. So close.
Just that's even see that.
Get him on the ball. Yeah. Get him on the ball. Get Will
in central areas. What a ball by Eze. Vito says, still want Roy to stay now, D? You must be trolling. You must be trolling. I'm not going to answer that. When have I ever said Roy should stay? I might have said as a joke, like I was being sarcastic, but never. Hammer, you can back me up on this as well.
Yeah, no, you
I've never said that
for quite some time. Yeah.
Jacob's asking the wrong person.
Yeah, Jacob's asking, is Mitchell ready to start every Premier League game next year? Yes.
He's been.
I mean, he's not anywhere near his peak. You know what I mean? He's got a long way to go in terms of where he will be, in my view. But I think the more he plays, the better he gets, and he still needs that experience. Head alongside him in the defence, and people talking to him, making sure he's doing the right things on the pitch, just like Wan-Bissaka did in the Palace shirt as well. But he is of that quality, and there's no way. No, we should be looking for competition for him, but certainly not a replacement.
Yeah.
Corner for Southampton. Whiter's punch.
Catch that.
Bad punch.
What are you doing?
Whiter.
Oh no! Look again, and wide areas. What a block, Scott.
Well done, Scott.
Come on, man! But we're saying to catch that. What are you doing?
Where's Ward again?
I don't even know.
He's
marking someone in the corner.
Yeah, no, it's from a corner, but it's from a corner. But again, it's that side. We're overloading that side every time. Someone actually needs to wake up to it.
Should have caught that though. Yeah, it's always. Have you realised something? We're clearing the corner. Literally go to the middle. Go to the middle of the box, and then somehow another corner into the box. Hold up.
Oh, well done, Guaita.
Yeah, every time we literally clear a corner and they get it at the end of the box, they go and pass out wide, and they have a shot there. Literally every single time. It's happened like 3-4 times already. No one, even in corners, we're not picking up wide areas.
Yeah, we don't seem to learn. It's odd, very odd.
The problem is I don't want it to cost us. Oh, what was that? The Southampton defender fell down. I don't know if they'll look at that. Kiarte.
He did have his hands on him initially, and then he went down a little bit too easy after that. But he did have his shirt on him, his hands on his shirt. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if they're looking at that. I don't think they are. But we got away with that. What's going on? Why is it taking like 2-3 minutes to take a goal kick? Eric,
I think they were looking at the VAR and they're talking about it on the commentary.
It's not really
but they've not.
VAR is another topic as well. It's like what is clear and obvious? You see offsides that are clear and obvious when it is not clear and obvious. Clearly, like it's not, and they give it, and then you see fouls.
Oh, great ball again from Eze. Oh, just ahead of Wolf. So close. Wilf rightly giving him the thumbs up for that. It's great vision. Just again, the execution just off. But that's the kind of thing, that quick thought, getting him on the ball in those areas, so important. We've just not done it enough.
Yeah. He hasn't really had that much time on the ball, Wilf, in this game. But yeah, apart from that goal, I haven't really created that many chances. But Benteke, lovely!
Oh, wow.
Lovely, Christian! Lovely! Oh my days! Come on, Benteke! Come on, Christian! That's what we want to see.
Exactly.
Literally goes past 2-3 players. Give him the contract, man. Give him the contract. Lovely bit of turn. Nice.
Oh, great ball in the box. So nearly onto Benteke's head, but it's cleared. Again, we got Wardy in the central position from set pieces. It's very odd. All right, bye, Diyar. Oh, it's awkward now. I've been left on my own.
Do it in the stream.
Nope.
Sorry, I left it by accident. I don't know why. I'm back. What happened? What happened with this free kick?
Not a lot. We've got a free kick now on the left-hand side. Eze's going to take it into Mitchell.
Ebbs.
Towards Zaha.
Give it back to Ebbs.
Zaha, two facing him, but they're not too close. He's just whipped the ball into the area. Headed out
Cleared
now.
it. Go on, Wilf.
Oh, Wilf.
Wilf.
On,
Shoot!
Wilf. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yes.
Yes, come on! Come on! That is a penalty. Come on, Will.
Obvious penalty.
That is a pen. Come on.
Why is he feeling it?
I mean,
Let's go. That is a pen. Let's go. Come on, Will.
Like. Clear as you like.
Let's see.
Let's have another look at this. Cuts back. Goes past Minamoto. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Straight on his back leg. Of course it is. Of course that's a pen.
Let's see this again. Because I want to see when it's
takes the ball there.
Going down.
Comes in, back leg, stands on
that's a pen.
Penalty.
That's a pen.
All day.
That's a pen. Come on.
I can see the commentators saying that Zaha knew the defender is coming. So he's looking behind him when he's got the ball in his feet.
Man. Not you, Hambo, but the what does that mean? Like, he knew the defender's coming. What? He's got eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah, and so apparently he left his leg there, so for the other guy to
that
stand.
That is clear and obvious, by the way. They better give this penalty. That is clear and obvious. Like, it is a penalty. It is a penalty. Yeah, it literally got him.
All right, Luca to take.
Luca's taking it. Come on, Luca. Come on. Luca penalty. I mean, if you looked at Luca's penalties in the past, it's clearly obvious where it's going. Literally, every single one has gone to the right.
Well, if it goes to the keeper's left, it goes to.
If he goes to the right,
and once again, saves it, then that's okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a
go
look.
on, Luca. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Days! He goes to the right every single time.
He went there.
My.
It's not a great penalty from Luca. He usually
saw it there, Hambo. We literally saw it there. He literally goes. Honestly, even like, oh my.
Oh, hang on. The keeper's moved off his line before he's hit it. Are they going to have a look at that?
Oh my days.
They are having a look at that because he's come right off his line just as that's been taken. Unless he was sidestepping, to me, he's come right off the line and jumped forwards just as Luke is hitting it. So you can't. That should be.
Oh, that's
retaken,
Hambo. It's happened to us at United away, but I can't believe they're looking at it. Football is weird, man.
Line before kicks taken.
That was so predictable. If you get away with that.
Oh, he's got 1 foot on it. Does that? Oh, they're looking at encroachment as well. So to me, the keeper's potentially off the line there. This
is all weird though. What is it?
No, they've let it go.
Oh my days, Luca, man! It's so predictable. Literally, we saw it there with his penalty charts. Like you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that he's going to go to the right. Why is your face like that?
Because I don't understand why that isn't retaken. They checked encroachment, but they didn't check the fact that the keeper was coming off his line.
I think his 1 foot was on the line.
I don't know if that counts, but anyway, what do I know?
Well, clearly it does. Apparently, they look at every little thing. So,
no. But
anyways, forget about that. It was a predictable penalty, and now Southampton are free. Don't do this.
Yeah, look, if we'd gone 2-1 up, would we have deserved it? Absolutely not. We've been better in the last 5 minutes or so, but that's about it. It's not been the best of performances. Frankly,
what's more predictable?
Half-time.
Chat, what's more predictable? Luca's penalty, where Luca's going to shoot in penalties, or Royce lineups? Last one in the chat. What's more predictable?
To be fair, Luca doesn't miss many, right? He's missed a couple.
But Hambo is literally he doesn't miss many, but he's going to miss. He's already missed one, and he's going to miss. He missed the second one, and I feel like he'll miss way more if he keeps going down the right hand side because it's so predictable. He's literally offered.
See, if you're a
goalkeeper looking at that.
Another bad foul, really cynical foul on Wilf. This time he did get a card. It was Bednarak who got it. But there you go.
Oh, my days, man. This is the most predictable. Seriously, I literally said it before the penalty was taken. Like, he always shoots to the right. If you're a goalkeeper and if you shoot to the right and he misses, it's going to piss me off. Because he literally does the same thing. You're not offering anything new. Like, the goalkeeper knew where to go. Because he never shot towards the left. And that doesn't make you a good penalty taker. Apparently that's his 4th miss as Spiders fan.
Yeah, I mean, how long has he been with us? 4 seasons, 1 a season. I guess he's probably scored a damn sight more than he's missed. But yeah, whenever you're only as good as your last one, I guess, and that was a pretty poor one.
Oh my days, 1-1. Well, that was I can't lie. Someone else. He's missed one before Hambo. You said 1 a season, but I think they're talking about this season. He's missed one, hasn't he?
No, I'm talking about roughly on average. I don't think it's certainly not his 4th miss this season. That would be insane. I don't think we had 4 penalties this season. I don't know. But yeah,
what's that try about then towards the right? That can't be all his penalties for Palace.
I think so. Yeah. No, I think so. He
so
went a long while without missing one.
On the right.
I think his first miss was like the Man City at 0-0 penalty, and then he's probably missed 2 or 3 after that. He's missed 2 like in the dying minutes of matches that would have made a big difference points wise. But yeah, he's been a solid penalty taker for a long while. But I think probably record is up there with most. But yeah, disappointing. Redmond carving through us. Ref's given the foul. Of course he has. Is he getting his cards out now? He's got a card happy.
Oh, he's got a card out as well, yeah.
And Jordan Ayew's made a lot of silly little fouls of, nothing little fouls. And that's basically seems to be what he's in the side for. Running backwards and fouling and putting tackles in and falling over a bit. And wrong for him to be in the side for me. But yeah, there we go.
Oh man, we need the penalty situation. What, he's still keeping Luca there, Hambo?
I mean, what's the other option? I suppose Wilf did all right.
Eze?
Didn't he? Eze.
Benteke?
Yeah. No.
Why not? He scored.
No. Jeez.
He scored his last penalty. penalty.
The little.
Watch out for this free kick, by the way. It's Ward-Prowse. You never know this with this idiot.
I know. Ugh.
It's like the worst area to give away a free kick. Look at this. Most Premier League goals.
The distance as well. The distance as well is just perfect for him. What a ridiculous free kick to give away in the first place. All right. Fingers crossed.
Oh my days. The wall better jump. Why is there no
It's
one
been the
lying?
last.
Why is there no
last
one
kick
lying
and a half.
down? How many teams have someone lying down on the wall? Like that's a new free kick defensive strategy. Like lying down right beneath the wall, so they don't shoot underneath. But we haven't got that. Ward Prowse
So here we go.
over the bar. Oh,
Just wide. Just wide.
Oh, he's beaten.
got away with it.
Let's have a look at the replay of this. Yeah, not too far out, but yeah, decent free kick, but wide.
Yeah. Oh, 1-1, man. Is it half time now?
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean, as soon as we take this goal kick, I think that'll be the half-time whistle. Are you going to go and get something to eat, Diyar? I know you've broken your fast. I'm going to get myself a drink and have a quick break, and then we'll come and talk comments, shall we?
Okay. All right, cool. You're gonna. How long are you gonna be?
I don't know. I want to go and get some
read some comments
as well.
And I'll talk whilst I'm eating, like not literally, but with my camera off. All right, you go quickly. I'll read some comments, and then come back, and then I'll quickly grab my food.
Well, that is half time.
Yeah, it's half time. I'll give my thoughts, and then you can quickly come back in a minute or two, hopefully. Then we can
I'll give my thoughts as well if you like, and then I'll go.
No, if you want, go quickly. Go and come.
All right, I'll go because we're having this conversation on air.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll probably go then.
Just go. Yeah, let us know in the chat what you guys are thinking. What you guys made out of that first half. Palace 1, Sheffield United 1. Luka missed penalty. Benteke goal. Narrow as I was not going to say the word, but narrow as fuck. But yeah, it's been a crazy half. What do you guys make of it? So let's quickly talk about that Luka penalty. That was predictable. Overall, I don't think it was a great half from Palace. Literally, we were just too narrow, way too narrow in that first half. Opened up so many balls for diagonal balls for Southampton. They got their assist. They got the assist from that diagonal ball out wide. Way too narrow. Poor goal conceded. First minute goal. After that, it's pretty much been Southampton. Towards the end of the second half, that's when we literally attacked. First, second minute, and towards the end of the second half. Overall, I think that was a poor half from Palace. Looking at the Luka penalty, that was predictable as well. Called it on a watch along whilst me and Hambo was talking. Hambo's going to come back in a second. We'll get his thoughts. So predictable. Literally shoots it towards the right hand side every single time. Missed one already. And if you're a goalkeeper that looks at his penalties, that's not rocket scientist. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. So overall poor half from Palace. But let me know what you guys think. I'll read out some of your comments. Philip says load of rubbish in that first half. Nick says Benteke playing for a new contract or put himself out there performance. I don't think so, Nick. I mean, you can talk about Benteke playing for a new contract, but he had a solid season last season. Maybe not with the goals, but he always contributed. Now he's scoring as well. I think that's a plus. But imagine Benteke under a different manager, like Sean Dyche if he was to come in. He's scored so many goals already so far this season. I think he's doing what he's doing best. But Benteke, that's another topic. Do we offer him another contract? I don't know. It depends on the next manager. Luka not good enough. Ayew get them off. Calm Natural says if you get another pen, he will take it. And if Luka would, he will put in the same side again. I'm seriously thinking about our next penalty. I don't know if Luka should take it. I really don't know. I think we got Eze there. We got Benteke there, which is controversial. Wilf. Because Luka's, he scored lots of penalties in the past, but if teams are going to figure out that he's going to shoot to the right side every single flipping time, then it's not going to be useful, is it? Luka's done all right the last few games. Ayew off, Jeffrey on. What do you guys make of Jordan Ayew's performance in that half? I personally feel like Jeffrey needs to come on. I don't get why, Ayew is starting in the first place. Even if you're not talking about Jeffrey should come on in this place, I'd rather start Townsend. But yeah, Ayew hasn't had the greatest halves, but to be fair, no one really has going forward. Towards the end of the first half, that's when we've been decent. I know you're talking about Benteke versus Bournemouth, I know, but there's other penalty takers there. I don't know with Luka. We'll see his next penalty anyway, so I reckon nothing's going to change. But it's too predictable. I had a feeling that he's going to miss it based on the shot chart. He literally shoots to the right-hand side. But Ayew, one player for me that needs to change in the second half. Let me know what you guys think. Ayew needs to come off, but who do you bring on if Ayew was to come off? Personally, I'll bring on Jeffrey Schlupp. He should be fit enough to play 45 minutes. I know we just had a game a couple of days ago, but he should be fit if he's on the bench to play 45 minutes. So I'll bring on Jeff for Jordan Ayew, provide some width out out wide. And also, when you're looking at it, whenever we've got the ball in defence, there hasn't been options there. I don't get it. Like Kyoto pushes out to the right hand side, pushes out to the left hand side, and Jordan Ayew isn't there. No, there's not that many areas in the wide areas, so there's not that many options in the wide areas. Benteke is there for playing for a new contract. Even if he is playing for a new contract, I don't mind it. He's scoring goals. He's doing what he needs to do. So there's nothing negative about that. Luka needs to run on the bench. Look, to be fair, Lucas had a solid game. Yeah, he had a solid game against Sheffield United. I know it's against Sheffield United, but I don't know. I don't know if he needs to be dropped because of all of that. Luka, like early in last season, Evan said Luka's done well, but because people want him to leave, they'll come at him. Yeah, there's going to be bias towards Luka, of course. There's always going to be bias towards him because not everyone's a massive fan of Luka. And that's been the case for a long time. I feel like he had a solid performance last time around. But yeah, I don't know about penalties. But look, let's talk about that Benteke goal. What a goal that was from Benteke, though. Like, literally 1, 2, 3, 4 touches and brilliant goal. Like, that goal is so underrated. If that was someone else, trust me, everyone would be raving on about that. What a touch and what a finish from that angle as well. Schlupp on for Ayew, JP on for Benteke, but Roy won't do that. He will do something when we are 2-1 down and 3 minutes ago. Benteke scored 8 goals this season, 1 home, 7 away. The funny thing is there's no fans at the ground, so I don't know why that's the case. Are we too negative at home? Is that the reason? I'm not too sure, but that's interesting stat there from Peter. I didn't realize that. Come Natural says needs to play high line to cut off the diagonal crosses. Second half, 2 things need to happen tactically. Looking at the Ings goal there, we can't be that narrow. Literally, we're so tight. It's ridiculous. We're so tight. We need to have more width when we're defending because Southampton are literally abusing us in them wide areas. And if that's not the case, whoever the wingers are, they need to go and track back Redmond and whoever's on the other side of the pitch because they have all the time in the world. Looking at that goal, it's such an easy goal for them. Like, Redmond had all the time in the world. Like, that needs to change. Either players need to track back and get Redmond, or we need to be not that narrow because that is far too narrow and we're giving them all the time in the world. Ronnie says, I'd be very surprised if Roy changes anything until 70th minute. Yeah, Roy's probably happy with this first half knowing him. Lucas' mobility has gone. Nick says, Hughes got tickets for Arsenal. I can't wait. Unreal that people are saying they don't want to go. Well, people don't want to go probably because of Roy. And also it's a Wednesday night as well, so it's not the easiest. Erica says, with this manager, you can have any players they will still be rubbish. I live in Liverpool. The outrage from the Reds after 3 weeks was unreal. I guess COVID has helped them. 3 years of Roy. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums up my thoughts towards Roy as well. But that was a poor penalty from Luka. They're showing it again. That was so shit. Can they be pace and young? What we need their thoughts. I don't know if United will sell him. But yeah, it's one to look out for. I wouldn't mind him at Palace. Evan says, Dan's brilliant on virtually every single department except for his pace. Surely deserves to be starting a few games, but not consecutively. Yeah, he's not the fastest player. If we're saying this narrow, this deep, then I guess it helps him. But we're not. It depends on who we're facing because Southampton, they're not going through central areas. Majority of their chances will come from wide areas, trying to cut in and try and put crosses into the box. So that's helped them because all he has to do is go and clean out the crosses that's been put in. He's not being taken on one-on-one. And I think that helps him. In one-on-one situations, that pace factor matters a lot because he can't keep up with the pace. So it depends on who we're playing and how we set up. In this type of setup, when we're so narrow and we're pushing Southampton out wide, it helps him because he can do the basics and he can clear out them crosses. But with some other setups, it doesn't help him. So it depends. Roy won't do nothing until it's too late. Michael says Cahill is still one of the best centre-backs in the league. I don't know why he isn't starting. I guess with Cahill and Schlupp, me and Hambo was talking about it before the game. The reason why he isn't starting is probably because of the amount of games that we're playing in a short span of time. So you don't want to risk another injury. They're coming back from injury. So I think it makes sense if that's the reason why he ain't starting. And I reckon it is. But Hambo, what's your thoughts for the second half?
Second half, we've just got to do something. We've got to do something different. We can't keep expecting anything different the game to go any differently if we don't make changes. So we need some pace on. We need Jeffrey Schlupp on the pitch, in my view. Jordan Ayew's the man who's got to go off, in my opinion. And however we need to accommodate that, we accommodate that. But frankly, there's not enough going on up the top end of the pitch. But the midfield, for three in midfield, I don't understand why it's that easy for us to get overrun. But I suppose all of you, and Diyar's probably been saying it, is how the defence can be in the situation it's in, particularly in the right back position. Diyar, I heard talking about, the pace of Joel Ward. But it's not just about that. It's the position. Quite why he's been drawn in quite as narrow as he has just doesn't make any real sense to me. Talking about the guys asking about the tickets for Arsenal, as I went to the Spurs game, as most of the BOTN crew did, we were back of the line for the Arsenal tickets. So frankly, I didn't ask for one. I wanted other people to get an opportunity anyway. So there'll be a few of us going, and Diyar has returned. So Diyar, yourself, you didn't get an Arsenal ticket either, did you?
No, I haven't got Arsenal ticket. But some people don't want to go because of Roy. I'm pretty sure of that. But I miss going to Palace. But no, I can't go to the Arsenal game. But I'll be here for the watch along. Next season, hopefully, if everything goes accordingly, we can go to more games. So second half, look, in the first half, I was saying it, we're way too narrow. Either the wingers need to go and track back and pick up Redmond and whoever's on the other side of the pitch, or we can't be that narrow because they're absolutely abusing us there. But in terms of personnel changes, would you like to see anyone come on?
Yeah, I was talking about it. I want to see Schlupp on for Jordan Ayew. That's my change. I'd accept Townsend on for Ayew, but I think Schlupp has that directness and that pace that we need, because once again we are completely lacking pace. And unless you're giving their team trouble down the flanks, we've got Wilf on one side, but it's very easy for them to mark him out of the game at the moment. Because the whole team is just way too deep. But if you give them something to think about on both flanks, all of a sudden that's going to open up some space for Eze in midfield. And that's what he exploited against Sheffield United. The few moments we've seen Eze on the field centrally, he's been able to impact the game. Nearly got Gyro in, a couple of really good driving runs, but nowhere near enough. He was the best player on the park against Sheffield United because they allowed him to be so. Southampton are a better team. They're better organised. They're playing at a much higher tempo. So we've got to be smarter. We've got to put the right players in the right places. And the changes that Roy made played massively into Southampton's hand. That early goal for us, we caught them cold a little bit. That was the moment. If we'd pushed on, if we'd carried on at that pace, rather than letting ourselves sit back, letting ourselves get pushed back into defending in our own half with very few options to break, we would have probably pushed on to get further ahead in the game. As it is, the penalty would have been unfair if we'd scored it in terms of the 2-1 result. And frankly, we're lucky not to be behind in the game. So
yeah,
we've got to do better in the second half.
But there are some positives. Benteke, him. He was he had a great first half. Whenever he was on the ball, he was dangerous, running past Southampton players, being a threat in front of goal. And I think that goal, I don't think we realized how good it was. The touches were spot on, and from the angle and the finish, it was such a good goal. What do you make of his first half? And also, there's this debate about JP. Should he come on in the second half? Do you think Benteke should just finish the game as it is because of his performance?
Yeah, look, I've said for a while, I'd quite happily see both of them up top together. I think that would cause all sorts of problems. And again, you can change the system a little bit. So one of the other options, if you don't bring Jeffrey Schlupp on the pitch, is actually take Jordan Ayew off anyway, switch to the 4-4-2, try the 4-4-2 with Mateta up top alongside Benteke. But I have to say, that's something that you could do if we'd had any momentum in the game and we were trying to win it. But as it is, we've got no momentum at all. So it's probably not a good thing to do. So maybe a like-for-like swap to keep Benteke fresh. Because as you say, Diyar, been brilliant today. That's what you're going to see from him. When you see Benteke receiving the ball, relatively far out wide on the left-hand side with his back to goal, spinning a defender, going past two others, and driving into the box. When you see him finishing the way that he did earlier on, that's a striker on form and confident, and he's playing for his future, not necessarily at Palace, but he's playing for a future. So, that's what we want to see. So I've got, no problems with Benteke starting the game, but you've got to give opportunities to Mateta. Otherwise, what's the point? I know it was said in the chat earlier. Just trying to pick it out. There you go. Ben Constant saying, don't see why Roy isn't playing John Philippe Mateta as much, because he has a whole season to show us what he has. And no, so he's saying I see why, but you say he has a whole season. Yes, he has a whole season to show us next year. But who's the manager going to be? Who are the players we're going to bring in? What's wrong with seeing that now? What's wrong with giving him the opportunity when we're not playing for something? Ultimately, we're just playing for places in the league right now. We're not going down. We're certainly not going to make Europe. So why not? Why not now? When you're going to get a better opportunity? When a game's going to matter any less than they matter right now? This is that time. This is the time to look to the future, and we're not doing that.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on Facebook and Twitter, I'm not a ghost. I'm here. I'm just eating food. Head over to our YouTube channel and you can watch the second half live with us as we're heading off Facebook and Twitter. So head over to Back of the Nest and you can watch it live there. But no changes from Palace as expected, Hambo.
Yeah, of course.
But
we don't want to rush things off. Yeah, we don't want to rush things after such a fantastic first half of football, do we? So let's give it to the old 70-minute mark before we start thinking about it, eh?
Yeah. All right. So I'll eat. I'm going to continue eating, but
yeah, you continue eating, mate. No problems at all. Southampton started very much on the front foot in the second half. Early pace.
Oh,
given a foul there.
That did seem a bit dirty, and Luca's down.
Luca's gone down a bit. I think that was a bit of a clash. Let's have another look at that. So Luca's gone to swipe the ball. Yeah, he's just swiped shin to shin there. It's going to be painful for both. Nothing.
Is it Ward-Prowse?
No, it was on Stuart Armstrong.
Okay. I wish it was okay.
Yeah, we all wish it was on Ward-Prowse and on his face, but unfortunately not.
Luca seems more hurt about it.
Yeah, still down. It's a nasty one. I don't know if you've ever clashed shins, Diyar. I know you played a bit of football, but it's always hurts. Even if you got shin pads on, it's a nasty one.
But it's the fact that he tried to tackle him and he's the one who's hurt the most. But yeah, Reader should be subbed off at half time. Why Palace fan? Why would you sub him off? I don't know if he was the problem in that first half. The ball was mainly played out wide. I don't know if it would be his fault.
No, but having said that, I was saying, the midfield was fairly non-existent in the first half, despite having 3 people in it. So, that was disappointing how easy Southampton were able to pass through us. But I think a lot of that comes from just being way too deep. And again, against Sheffield United, we just had Luca dropping back.
Ball into the box.
Game, yeah, it's gone over.
That's okay. We'll take that.
But in this game, it's Riedewald is sitting deeper, much deeper than more alongside Luca. And to me, that's the wrong thing to do. Have Lucas sitting as that pivot and have the other 2 further up. That will really work well against Sheffield United. But there we go. We're on the very much on the back foot from the start of this half. So we've made no changes. We've done nothing different. It's gone for a corner. So we're asking for it here, really. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what they do. Ward-Prowse taking it.
Yeah,
we've been solid so far with corners.
I mean, we've been poor defending them. They've had opportunity after opportunity, and drilled in.
Get out!
In back post.
Days, man! You can't even let me eat my food in peace. What was that? Oh my days, man! And I just said that we haven't really conceded that many. Oh my! Let me put my food down. What was this? That was literally a set play from the training ground. Set play from training ground, and we just got outdone. 2-1 with Southampton. No one on him at the edge of the box. There, easy tapping far post. Easy tapping.
Well, that side of the box
as well, literally.
That side of the box, they've overloaded from minute 1, and we haven't learned. And Adams has scored from a ridiculous angle there, but
well done, Palace. Well done. Back to normal. I've missed this, Palace. Try to stay positive with this, eh? My days. Beat Southampton. Not beat Southampton. Beat Sheffield United and everyone just loses the plot.
I agree, Jacob. Ted Lasso would be a good manager right now.
I agree.
Oh, my days. Anything. It's literally not even anyone. Anything could be a good manager right now. Literally having no manager could be good manager for us.
Are you going into the idea that objects would be a better manager, like
literally,
or
I'd rather have a dildo.
Sorry, Palace fan. I did pick up on that. You were talking about a different game when you said Gyro off at half time. No, I got you. No worries.
Well done, Palace. Well done. I literally have anything right now, Hambo, honestly. Zero, and no manager will be better. Just the players go out there and have some fun. We might concede 10 goals, but we might score 3. It might be fun.
Exactly.
Now
we're losing. We might as well chuck a couple of the youngsters off the bench. Oh.
No. We're going to probably have to wait. Oh, my days. Ball over the top.
Nearly 3.
Oh, my days. Come on, Palace. Please, man.
How's the chicken and rice, Diyar?
Oh, it's more delicious than watching this.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's never delicious watching Palace, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
How do you see this going now?
How do I see this going? I mean, usual really.
Say more?
We'll rally a little bit, but we'll probably still take too long to make the changes. And what we tend to like to do under Roy is wait until we concede the third and then make the changes. So that's really what I predict. Desperately hope to.
Yeah, concede the third, then bring on Jeffrey Schlupp. That always happens after we concede. Normally after we concede the second, it happens, but maybe it might be the third.
Yeah,
it's happened a couple of times already. If he does that, I'll be pissed because jokes aside, like that is, why do you have to? Oh, Benteke! Oh, right, the goalkeeper, but shot on target.
Yeah, good
what
header. Good ball in the box.
No, what was the header from Wardy though? From goal kick Southampton. I say triple sub, Ben, Eze, and Zaha. I'll bring on 3 defenders. We've got Roy Osh's burner account. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Got the ball.
Rashane, what flavour is that? It's cherry bakewell. It's a good flavour.
Yeah. Are you? Corner. Oh. So we're attacking after we concede the second goal. Oh, jeez, man. I swear this club's going to finish me.
It's all right, Diyar. Next season will be better.
Yeah,
another corner for Palace.
Because some people are saying that now. Some people are saying, what if he stays? Because the way he's been talking and nothing's really going about in terms of rumours. What if he stays? Oh, I thought someone was going to go get that.
Yeah.
Oh, counter-attack. Lovely, Wardy!
That's what you want to see. Should have done that a few more times in the first half, but good stuff from Wardy there.
Oliver saying, I'm going 67th minute Townsend.
An early sub.
Yeah, that's quite early, exactly. Nick saying, are you doing Euro watch-alongs? I don't think so, Nick. I just need a break. I've had a long year. I need a break. And next season, come back fresh. I'm fatigued. From Palace. I want to watch Euros.
I am fatigued. Yeah.
I want to watch Euros outside. I want to go out with my boys and watch it like that. I don't want to
go out with your boys.
Yeah.
Go out on the town. What you and the boys get up to?
I'm not saying it like that. Like, I just want to watch it like together with my friends.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough.
But I've been working on
next season. Life. Just trying to show an interest in your life, Diyar. Don't worry about it, mate.
Nick, what do you mean? You support Turkey anyway. What does that anyway mean? What do you mean by that? Oh my! All right, I swear down. Why is no one in midfield? Did you just see that? Che Adam just picked the ball up in midfield and he had all the time in the world with no one literally getting him.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with this team. It's like we solve one thing and then literally bottled another. Like we cause another problem that's as big as the other one.
Exactly. I don't know why we can't defend anymore. But you could look at the personnel to some degree, but it's bizarre. It really is.
Oh my! Nice clearance. Go on. I want to see Eze more on the ball. Where is Ebbs? Why is he so deep? Oh, go on, Wilf. This is prime Wilf area. Go on, Wilf. Go on, Wilf.
Come on. Oh, hang on.
Ref!
That is a bad foul.
Card.
Dirty foul.
That should be a card. Yes.
I can already see Palace fans saying, let Eze take it. Please let Eze take it. If Luca takes it, I'm going to cry.
You know it's going to be Luca. That was a lovely run from Wilf. Oh, yeah. Benteke was open. Well, it's hard to pass it to him.
Was that Bednarak with the? Oh no, it's Vestergaard with the foul. Okay.
Who's taking it?
Yeah.
Is it Luca? Oh, don't. Oh,
It's
my
going to be,
days.
isn't it? Well, you got Eze and Luca around it.
Oh my days.
He scored against Leeds from there, right? So why would you
Oh
have
my
anybody else
days.
take it? Look, Luca's obviously taken that.
Yeah,
look at Eze's
literally
face.
taking it.
Look at Eze's face as he walks off there. It is ridiculous.
Eze, I'm so sorry, honestly, bro. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm
straight
so
to the
sorry.
wall.
I literally took a shot and he hit the. Oh my days. Oh my. Lovely Ebbs. Oh. Literally took it and hit the wall. When you got Eze who scored from that position against Leeds, as you said it. This is all our fault.
Really.
This is all our fault. We make it way more complicated as a club. We really do. This is on us. Oh my days. It feels like every season we're going to is going to be a long season, then we end up 13th again.
It's only been 10 minutes of the second half. Jeez.
Yeah, it feels like it's been like 45.
Just want a bit of excitement. We just need something different, you know. Why are you still on the pitch? I don't know.
I don't know as well. I really don't.
Sure, he does.
Dylan says, I know some of the lads are getting older, but surely they can't have lost that many brain cells to not let Eze take it. But Luca, Luca, he is the captain, ain't he? I don't know what being a captain means nowadays in modern football, but he's the captain, so I guess he has a final say.
Yeah, but he shouldn't do. You know, he should look at that position. He should recognise that Eze had scored from that position previously. He should also be thinking about the fact that he missed a penalty. You know, he had his opportunity to get his goal. You know, he's not a bad free kick taker, but he's not had enough practice in games for a very long time. I don't know when the last time he scored one was. So, you know, it's just idiocy to take that one. I'm so depressed about that.
Anyways, it's done and over with. Hopefully he learns from his lesson and gives the next free kick to Eze.
Let's hope we get another one.
Exactly.
And we're going to get a better one than that. I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Oliver says this is what happens when Nick is on. Oh my days, we're still so narrow. Come on. Nice high. Oh, he's got it back. Out. Another corner.
It's got Dan doing well again there. He's had a half decent game as Dan. But
yeah, he has. I don't know if you heard it, but I was talking about I think these type of games suit him because we're so narrow that he's not in a one-on-one situation. We're forcing him out wide, putting cross into the box. So all he has to do is do the basic, clear out the crosses, head it off. But, you know, if we're playing a bit more further wide in terms of pushing them into central areas, then I think it's a different story because he hasn't got the pace to deal with it most of the times. So it depends how we set up. I feel like this setup suits him. I don't know about
interesting comment in the chat from Phil's class talking about the defence is that he's talking about Kiyate.
Oh my God!
Wow. Saying that obviously Kiyate is not the central defender people think he is. You know, I would say in his defence he did really well at the start of the year, but you know, there's two things I think about that. One is, you know, he's not been outstanding at the back like he was early on, and the second is I actually feel we missed the variety that he gives us in midfield. If I'm being brutally honest about it, he's a different type of player, and I know admittedly we're not playing a couple of Maccas every week at the moment, but you know, he did used to give something that little bit different in midfield as well. That bit of height, that bit of steel at times, and he's not too bad running forward the ball either. And having maybe a Dan and Cahill partnership, we criticised it in the past for the pace, but against certain teams, it does feel like that might be a better option. But we are where we are.
Something with Dan Kelly. Where's Kelly? Like, try that option as well. It doesn't always have to be like them. There's options on the bench. We can try it. And Oliver makes a good point. Scott Dan was captain and it didn't work out well. But before that captaincy, that was Scott Dan's prime, just like Jason Punchin with the captaincy issue as well. I don't know what is up with captains at Palace. They get cursed. But to be fair, Scott Dan's putting a solid shift considering his age. Like, it's on us to renew a contract. I don't know what we really expect from. How old is he now?
34. I think he's younger than Cahill. Younger than
34. I
Cahill
mean,
is.
34 and he's younger than Cahill. We're talking about 34 defender being younger than our other defenders, but they're 34 years old. That's how much of a problem we got in the squad.
Diyar, 34 is young.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you heard that in the background. No, it's not. Not in football terms, anyways. I mean, Hambo, can you go out there point a shift?
I could, yeah, I could.
But you can't though because you're above 34. That's from
I
the
am.
rule.
I am above 34. I can confirm I am above 34.
Yeah. Does that make you feel weird?
Yes.
Shall I stop talking about it now?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
You know, I love talking about it because it makes you uncomfortable.
I'm 41 next month, Diyar.
You're not 50.
Thanks for that.
It basically counts as 50 anyways, after you're 40.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
That's
right. You're right. I might as well call myself 50. Yeah.
If you're 50, you might as well call yourself 60. You're basically around the corner anyways.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Stop deep in your life right now. You're going to be here just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I'm contemplating
The
everything.
Southampton still got the ball. We're literally letting them have all the time on the ball, acting like we're 2-1 down.
I know. It's. I mean,
Acting like we're 2-1 up, not 2-1 down.
I joked about it, before.
Oh, Benteke! Oh, Benteke! Oh, Christian!
Oh, wow.
Days, man. Come on.
Shouldn't have praised him, should we? That was a mistake.
I think it's a deflection, anyways. I think it's
Is that let's have another look at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, poor touch. He's got a good opportunity there. Takes it wide. Yeah, charged down in the end. Good defending, but, at the same time, a bit more pace on the striker, and he's away there, really. But good awareness that he got in there.
Yeah, we got another corner. I don't know what happened with the first corner, but there's a problem with me.
There's many problems with you. Which the specific one?
I don't know what happened, but these muscles are below my rib cage.
Okay, your diaphragm.
They hurt when I twist right.
Don't twist right then.
No, but I don't know what happened though.
Is it from eating or is it from exercising?
No, that's the thing. I haven't exercised for ages, but okay. I wonder if I hurt it from. Hold up! What corner? What was that corner, Ebbs? Come on, man. I don't know what happened. Like, I really don't know what happened. I need to go to doctors. I feel like it's been there for a while, but I massaged it and I opened like a new. Like ever since I massaged it, it's been hurting even more. It's always felt tight, but it's hurting more.
Interesting. Yeah, check that out. You might have a hernia strain. Or something.
I think it's a muscle strain.
All right, or a hernia.
What's hernia?
It's when part of your muscle wall pushes through an area it shouldn't, like your rib cage or your stomach or something like that. Google it.
Yeah.
What do you think in the chat? Does Diyar have a hernia? Let us know.
No, I think it's my muscle intercostal, whatever they're called muscles.
Oh, the intercostal.
Yeah.
Muscle. Yeah. Okay.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know because it's right there. But yeah.
Yeah, get that checked out, Diyar.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it tomorrow. What's the minute? 62nd minute. Corner for Southampton.
Yeah.
Don't consider another. All right. Nice.
Blamed by Guaita. Well done.
Because I've had an ECG. It's nothing to do with my heart. I think it's a muscle thing. I really do think.
All right. I've got an ECG on my watch.
Is it? Well, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an ECG, I had an X-ray because I had other problems, but them problems are gone now, and I've realized the main problem is here, like the muscles here.
Okay.
But I don't know why I'm telling you this anyway.
No, it's fine. Everyone in the chat's telling you to get it checked, so get yourself sorted out, mate. Anyway, everyone's spoiler alert. Everyone's giving us a spoiler in the chat that suggests that Luca might be coming off and Jeffrey Schlupp might be coming on.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, it's not bad, but Jordan Ayew remaining on the pitch is still slightly hurting my brain.
Who would you bring on for Jordan Ayew? Schlupp or
anybody?
All right, so Townsend. That's
Mateta.
No, that's too much. You're asking too much now. Come on now. Relax. You're asking too much. You're asking Mateta to come on for Jordan Ayew. We're talking about Roy Hodgson here. You have to be realistic. Townsend, realistically, he's the next one in line if Jordan Ayew to go off.
Yeah,
but no. Now I've said that. Watch when he brings on Mateta.
Ronnie's asking if you might be pregnant, Diyar. Have you been using protection?
I'm not pregnant, man.
Okay.
What do you guys want? I'm not pregnant. What are you on about?
Scotty Dan taking the captaincy off of Luca as he goes off. There we go. It was preempted earlier.
When's the last time Luca's been subbed off?
Oh, he has a fair few times this season.
Hold up, if you're pregnant, why would your chest hurt? Why would my intercostal muscles hurt if I'm pregnant?
I think that's the least of the questions that you should be asking right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I can't be pregnant physically, but even if I was, what do your muscles hurt?
Possibly.
I don't know. I'm not pregnant though.
All right. Well, I'm good. I'm glad to hear it, Diyar.
Oh my days, bitch.
Tyreek got out well there. Foul on him. Yeah, he's done really well. That's
whoa.
We're getting a little
hey, Christian.
Right.
Hey, that's bullying. What's going on there? You just literally. I was about to put the food in my mouth, and then referee didn't even say anything. That was bullying. Why did he do that, Christian?
Well, I'd like to see a bit of passion, a bit more of that wouldn't go amiss, would it? So there you go. But Jeff is playing in central midfield, which again, I feel
you don't like.
There we go. And here he is, Jeffrey with a cleared. Go on,
go on, another one.
Offside. There we go. Yes, HC Tyreek is so much better than PVA defensively. It's unbelievable.
No. Can we stop that defensively thing? Tyreek is just better than PVA.
Full stop. Yeah.
Can we put that into context? Because the thing that annoys me the most with that PVA conversation is that he's put out to be like his prime not Ronaldo. I was about to say Ronaldo. Prime Roberto Carlos when he's attacking. He's not that good at attacking. Like we overhype him way too much. He's just better than Mitchell's better than PVA all around. It's as simple as that. I think PVA's attack is the most overrated thing we do as a fan base. Like, yeah, he can attack, but it's not great.
Indeed. It was for a while. He used to pop up with a lot more goals than he does now. Now he just pops up completely in the wrong place and doesn't bother running back. So there you go.
He's not left back at the end of the day. I don't know what position he is. Who? PVA? Yeah, I can't wait till he goes to Turkey, which he seems like it's likely. And I hope he goes to Galatasaray. I hope it. Because I want to go to Fenerbahce versus Galatasaray game. PVA needs to be left back in the change rooms. Does anyone else agree that Palace have a better squad man for man than West Ham and that they've had a free season? What do you think, man?
Well, that's a tough one, isn't it? They've spent an awful lot of money on some really good players and they've kind of persevered with it. But I've said it a few times on here. It's obvious to me that the biggest benefit West Ham have had this season is not having supporters in the ground because their supporters are just horrible and a real negative effect on the team. And you could argue we've suffered amongst the most by not having our fans in the ground. But there you go. I just think, I don't think there's as much in it as there appears to be. If you look at how we're playing the squad we have versus what they have, arguably you could certainly take a few out of their squad and put them in ours, and a few out of ours and put it in theirs and make a better team. But yeah, I'd say they're a better team overall. But there's not enough in it for us to be watching this whilst they push for Champions League spots. So there you go.
Yeah.
But they've definitely been lucky, and they've definitely benefited from not having whining, moaning, pathetic fans. Oh,
that's a foul. Are you still on the pitch
again? Has Ward-Prowse got picked up a card as well for constantly fouling? I don't think he has. Weird how he gets away with that. But yeah, you're right. Jordan Ayew is still on the pitch. Hard to fathom. Sometimes it's not always obvious, but there he is.
Come on, Palace, man. Christopher, nice ball to Benteke.
Benteke, go on. Just pass, but Eze still picks it up. Out to Ward. A lot breaks down there. Again, left-footed Ward deflected. That's the other thing we get with Joel Ward. Again, you got to respect him for the time he's put in with Palace.
Whoa! Lucky he's on the ground.
But, in terms of going forward, he just really doesn't offer anything at all. You know, for that time he was out the side and we had Wan-Bissaka, even with Wan-Bissaka not being magnificent going forward, he had instincts about it from playing that position, and we benefited hugely from that. And ever since, we just haven't had a right back that properly goes forward and is comfortable on the ball. Ferguson was obviously signed to be that, but hasn't been fit all season. So that's had a big impact on the season too.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to bring on any other players. Like, what's the mindset? Oh, jeez.
I'm sort of looking over at the bench. I can't see anything at the minute, but
Well, sorry,
yeah.
what second are you on? My one stopped like 2-3.
I don't know anymore.
You don't know what second you're on?
Bear me a second. Oh, 69-33.
Okay, I'll hold up. Just keep going. I'll let you know. I'm a bit behind anyways, because I don't know if this acts up. It's now 33, 38, 40.
So yeah, we're bringing on Mishi by the looks of things. Who do you think that's going to be for then, Diyar?
Mishi's coming on for what?
It's got to be Ayew, right? Got to be Jordan Ayew.
No, but even if it's
go 4-4-2, stick Eze.
Why is JP not
coming
coming on Hambo? Michi's gone at the end of the season. Why? I'm leaning towards the idea that we're seriously not playing JP because if we play a certain amount of games, we have to sign him. I'm leaning towards.
I just think I'm just leaning towards that's what Roy does. Oh, Benteke should have knocked that back to Eze. Awful. He's ended up swinging at it. To be fair, I don't necessarily mind that as a striker, but a 2-1 when we created nothing, it does bother me. It was an easy ball on there. Ball back into the box, but cleared.
Good for us. Imagine losing to Southampton. Yeah, that imagination is happening. You don't have to imagine, it's happening.
Yeah.
2 seconds now, bro.
No worries, mate. Wolf on the ball in the box. Schlupp. Mitchell on the overlap, ball in, cleared for a Palace corner. Much better from Palace, but again, it's, why have we waited 70 minutes to show any real intent? It's been another poor display.
Go on. Sorry, what minute are you on? I think we should sync up now.
71 something. 71-11. Oh.
11, 12, 13, 14. All right, cool. I'm on 71, 20.
Yeah.
Am I ahead?
No.
So Jordan Ayew off for Michi. 20 minutes or run.
I think you might have to deal with some little penis in the chat. Again.
Corner. Oh my
Honestly.
days. Why are we constantly doing these short corners when we've got players who can... We've got Scott Dan in the box. We've got Benteke in the box. Like, put it in a box. Oh my days.
I mean, nothing we've done in this half has shown any kind of real inclination to do anything other than like the last few minutes when we've created a small amount. But as soon as we lose possession, everyone just drops back again. It's really frustrating to see. I'm impressed with how much you're eating, Diyar.
Huh?
I know you're breaking your fast. How much food is there?
I've been eating slow. To be fair, I could have finished this easy in 10 minutes. Should I eat quick? Like, can I eat normally? I don't want to make too much noise.
No, it's fine. You do what you need to do. You do what you feel is right. But it just felt like you might be eating out of a bucket, out of shot.
Can you hear me eating? Like,
No.
Right, cool, then. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go for it. And everyone loves you eating anyway. It's the highlight.
Does he have eggs?
Diyar, have you got any eggs this week?
Eggs at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. No.
It doesn't feel that eggs at 8 or 9 p.m. is appropriate. Okay. Just checking. Thanks, Diyar, for the information. Oh, Ings, goal.
What? You're ahead of me.
3-1. 3-1. And that will be the spark for the final sub, yeah? That will be what I was saying earlier. So easy.
I'm behind. What minute are you on?
Well, hold on. What minute am I on? 74:32.
I can stop there because I'm on 73:30.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know how.
I stopped on 74:38, Diyar. Apologies. I'm not sure what happened there.
Cool.
But
let me not even put food in my mouth. What the?
Yeah. But yeah, just a simple ball through the middle. Again, poor defending. Nobody picking anything up. Ings, as he does, running off the defender, prods the ball past the keeper.
Let's
You've
see
seen
this.
it loads of times. Just easy stuff.
Oh man, no one's there in midfield to pick him up. I can't even eat my salad properly, man. I literally started with my salad and it's 3-1.
Yeah.
My days. He went through the middle. Oh my days. So easy. No one's picking him up. You got Eze there, you got Gyro there, but no one is picking him up.
What are you on now, Diyar, time-wise?
Oh my day. Oh, 7
Diyar?
sorry, I'm a bit behind. Yeah, 7:45.
Okay, so I need to catch up, Okay, done.
48, 49.
So just seeing the finish again from
52,
Ings into the bottom corner. And then let's not forget Southampton, right? Okay, you can talk about Southampton. Southampton as a squad throughout the course of this season, at times been a very good side. At this moment in time, they are not a good side. They've been struggling for a long period, and they have absolutely destroyed us. That shows you the level that we are at under Roy Hodgson. The team that he picked, the changes that he made were completely nonsensical, as we feared before we even kicked off. You got that little bit of a sign that maybe we were wrong by getting an early goal, but nothing that you've seen since that will have given any confidence that anything has changed. We beat a really poor side last week, but you call them a really poor side. We're really not much better, are we? Let's face it.
Exactly. Put players into context. Look at Sheffield United squad. Look at our squad. They haven't got that many great players, and that's why last season they did overachieve. Oh, I Kouyaté and Ward-Prowse. I hate this Ward-Prowse guy with a passion. He does this like every single time. Like there's something wrong with this guy. Like I'm convinced he is not loved by his family.
You got to be right. I mean, Kouyaté to be that upset, surely something.
Exactly. Kouyaté doesn't get that upset. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, like, they're going to take a look at this.
Oh my days. Twat. The funny thing is they're still below us anyways.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, look, his tiny little rat face annoys the hell out of me.
Oh my days. What even happened? Like, why did he get it? Why is Ward-Prowse not getting a yellow card as well? I can't believe it, man. It's actually game done. It's like 3-1. All right, that happened. Oh, fuck. Oh. Mark says we're rubbish. Can't say we're rubbish. Can't say anymore.
Yeah, well, exactly. What can you say?
And people say we're too negative. Hopefully they're enjoying this. Because I think some people want us to rap. There's still a small minority that are Roy in. I think bring on JP when you're 3-1 down.
Yeah, exactly. What did I say earlier? That's it. You make the big change once the game's dead. It's a Roy Hodgson technique. It's it's what he does. Let's wait.
So there's people who got overexcited by the Sheffield United game. They're like, oh, why are you guys not getting overexcited? Why are you so negative? Well, this is why, because realism. There's no point in being excited after one Palace win against Sheffield United. We beat them last time around, and then we went on to be shit. Like being Sheffield United twice, that shows where some people are. Like, are we that shit? Do we think that we're that shit that when we beat Sheffield United, we should get overexcited?
Exactly.
Like, this squad is not bad. Roy makes it bad. This squad is not. I'm not saying this squad is a top 6 squad, but this squad is not this bad.
No, not at all. No.
For a defensive manager, we can't defend. How many goals have we conceded so far?
No, it's more than it's something like 57, 58, something like that. We're on track for our worst defensive performance in many years this season. And
like, What does it bring then? What does it bring to the table apart from being a good guy?
Nothing really. I saw someone write this the other day. I can't remember, it might have been on Twitter or something like that, where somebody was saying that the only problem with Roy this year is simply that because he's coming to the end of his career, maybe the chairman doesn't want to be the man that ends Roy Hodgson's career by sacking him. If we're not going to go down, sacking him would be, perhaps disrespectful for the job that he's done at Palace. But for us that have to sit here and watch it week in, week out, it's.
I'm not on. I'll be real with you, Hambo.
It's very tough.
When Leicester sacked Ranieri, they're in a similar situation. But if Leicester stuck with him for until the end, then they might even not be in the Premier League when they sacked him.
Yeah, it's true.
Some decisions you have to take. Like Ranieri, they still love him to bits, but by not sacking him, you got this respect factor. But he's lost all respect of the fans. I'm telling you, like some people respect him, but the majority are forgetting about what he's done, and I don't blame them because it's been so poor. Every season's literally been a decline. Last season, like we didn't score that many goals, but we're solid defensively. But this season is just stupid. Like nothing at all. It's ruined Roy in my opinion. If he went out last season, if he got sacked, it would have been better.
Yeah, and I think that's the shame of it. At the time we renewed his contract last time, I think that was pretty foolish. I can kind of see why it happened. Oh, and the guy's back under the name Kevin Pond, if you want to ban him again, Diyar, because he's still spamming the chat with crap. But he just, you're right. It is to a degree you don't want Roy to have ruined the legacy the way it's going right now. But it's been that long that there's no point getting rid now. There's no point. You just. We're just seeing out the season. I think we all want it to be over, don't we? I don't think there's any Palace fan out there, other than the ones that go into the Arsenal game who are desperate to get back to some normality. And I can say from bottom of my heart, when we went and saw the Spurs game, it was so good to be back in that stadium. I didn't care about the result. I didn't care about Roy Hodgson being back in the stadium. Singing as part of the group was brilliant. So enjoy it if you are going, but the rest of us, we've got nothing else really to look forward to right now. So end the season. Let's change it up. Let's do something different.
But it doesn't have to be like that.
No, it doesn't. No, it
shouldn't. I mean, there could have been changes. There could have been something different. Like there could have been something that, we could try experiment. But it's just same old. And when the same old results happen, it's just like, what is the point? What is literally the point? Yeah. Has Roy Hodgson been a good manager for Palace throughout his 4 years?
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, I think.
In what aspect? Staying up?
Yeah, it's staying
up. The first season he was brilliant.
But I think, exactly. Look at that job, and it was a really tough one when he came in. And let's face it, 4 games into a season, and the squad we were all over the place, and it didn't start brilliantly. But every season he's had spells where his approach has just simply delivered really good results. And we've had some real joy in there as well. Some of the games, things that stick out in the memory, we've had some really good results against Brighton, including this year. We've had...
Yeah, but that wasn't
the Man City
him,
game, the 3-2 against City was it's one of those great Palace moments, but it's harder and harder to remember the great moments as time goes on, isn't it? Sorry, you were eating, Diyar. I asked you a question. I said, it's hard to... Yeah, it doesn't matter. You carry on chewing, mate.
It's more enjoyable than this because right now I'm just watching and nothing's even happening. But I agree. I think first season was good. Second season, I think when did he have Ruben Loftus-Cheek Kabay? Was that second season as well, or was that first? Season?
Yeah. First and second to some degree was Kabay.
Was
Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek was second, wasn't it? No, it's hard to remember.
I think it's all first. I think it was only the first. I'm not too sure. The chat will know, I guess. I'm having salad. I'm having salad.
But MTB said in there, used the word stale in the chat, and that is exactly what it is. It's so stale right now. And that can happen. There's not. You think about it now. There's not that many managers that stay around for 4 years, 5 years at football clubs anymore. It just doesn't happen as often as it used to. And part of the reason is this. This is what can happen. All good managers come to an end. But
we've been in much worse situations.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. We have. But have you ever felt at any point during them times that, this is like you're feeling right now? Like, I just want the season to end. I don't care. This is awful.
Yeah.
Have you?
I have. Yeah. Peter Taylor. Taylor under Trevor Francis.
Right.
Those were the ones that stick out for me.
But I'm talking about lately. Like, I'm not talking about going all.
No,
the way.
not in what you would probably call the modern era. Not since since certainly you were old enough to understand what watching football was. The modern era.
That's the thing. But we've been worse. Go on.
Of course we have.
Go on, lovely. But that's the thing. We've been worse. But it was still there was something still there. Like there was still something there to go and support. Like this is just awful to watch. It's been awful to watch all season long. I think that's it. Like it's not the situation of we stayed up, but it's not only that. It's like I don't think it's only Roy's football. It's like what does the future hold? I don't see a future on this man. I really don't, and there isn't a future under him. So it makes it harder because it's like, what are we doing? Why is he still here? Like that's been my mind all season long, basically. Like why is he still here? What's going on? It's hard to watch Palace. It's hard to watch, and I can't wait till the season ends. I can't wait for it.
But it's been a really poor time for football. The whole COVID thing has really killed football in a lot of ways.
It has, but even last season, it was hard to watch as well. There were people at Sellers saying, "What is this?" Like I could easily go to Sellers 5 or 10 minutes late, and I would have missed absolutely nothing. Because remember last season when we never scored goals in the first half? Remember in the second half we always switch up. It's a build up. It's not like this season we've just literally declined and crashed. Last season was solid defensively, but goals wise it was absolutely awful. Now we've lost that. We're going more to it's just awful, man. This ain't football.
Yeah.
This ain't football. I'm not saying that Palace should play like Barcelona or Man City, but have a bit of identity. I don't know what identity. I don't know what we are as a football club right now. I really don't.
No,
I don't know what we stand for, what we're trying to do, what type of football it is.
No, it's true. There doesn't seem to be a direction, but it's that same old thing. I suppose the direction is it's the same every week, isn't it? And for whatever you look at the points we got. I mean, the term "punching bag plays" uses there in Roybal. It's been thrown around a lot this season, but Roybal is this. It's playing the same way every week, knowing that generally on average it'll allow you to pick up enough points throughout the season to stay in the league, and that is brutally uninspiring. I'm not saying I necessarily would prefer relegation, but at times you think it would be maybe better than this.
Yeah, Roybal is absolutely terrible, and it's not only at Palace. Look at his past history. Look at the clubs he's been with. Apart from Fulham, they seem like they like.
Yeah, well, Fulham and
even though with Fulham, I saw
a
several things where I don't know. Maybe towards the latter stages of Fulham, I'm not too sure, or early stages, they weren't too happy with him as well. I saw something like that, but I can't remember where it was from. But most clubs has been like, look at England. Like I watched his interviews. I went back to the final interview he had as England manager where he resigned and after the Iceland game and all that. Yeah. I went there and I looked at the comment section. And I swear down, what happened 4 years ago, you could easily say that he's talking about Palace. All them people in the comment section that are talking about England are talking about Palace. Why on earth are you starting this player over this player? Why on earth is our game management so poor? That's what makes me question Roy Hodgson's manager overall. Like, he was good in the first 2 seasons for us, but is Roy Hodgson a good manager? Has he been a good manager?
Yeah.
Or has he been a manager that's got the jobs because he has so much experience that started the game on, started getting in the game so early?
No, not at all. I mean, Diyar, if you're talking historically, you have to look at the career he's had and the things that he's done throughout his career. He's had an astonishing career. He's an incredible football manager. But
come on, man, what's astonishing?
Well, just read up on him. We haven't got time for it. Trust me.
All right, cool. In England, all right, cool. Liverpool. What happened, Liverpool?
Yeah. But if you let me actually finish one, man. Well, so it's not astonishing to take a third division Swedish club from nothing to winning the title year after year.
Back in what days?
But this is the point I'm talking about. You're asking, has he been a good manager? Of course he has. He's been an excellent manager for years and years and years. What he is, in my view, at 73 years old, is a manager who's no longer up to the Premier League, the pace of the Premier League, the amount you need to react, the amount you need to change. And going back to what you're saying, in terms of being at big clubs, managing big teams and big personalities, he has failed. And there's
he can't. So if you're a very good manager, if you're a good manager, then surely you should be able to handle that as well.
Well, loads of good managers struggle in different environments. You know, it's too simplistic to say he's not a good manager because he failed at big clubs in England. You go to the international stage, you can say he failed at England, but he was superb for Switzerland, for example. So he's a quality international manager. It's pretty clear he, like everybody,
1995 Hambo, 1992. I can easily put the recent history, and I can say, well, he was a good manager, but if you look at recently, he had so that all adds up. Just because he was a good manager in the past doesn't mean he's been a good manager throughout his career, because this is part of his career. Now, I'm not talking I'm not only talking about Palace. He was England. He was Palace, England.
His record as a manager, in terms of what he's achieved in the places he's achieved it for the sustained period he's achieved it, is massive. You know, you can't disrespect that. But I'm not. You know how much I don't want him to be Palace manager. I'm not sitting here defending him and saying he's even the right manager for Palace right now. Would I call him a good manager for Palace now? Absolutely not.
But he's a good manager.
You're asking me, is he a good man? Over the course of his career, absolutely. It's idiotic to suggest otherwise. But right now, he is. You know, he's past his sell-by date, because at Premier League level, you need to react quickly, you need to be decisive, and you need to manage the modern day player, and he struggles with that at times.
I don't know.
In your face.
He might have been a good manager since in the 90s, but I don't know. I feel like lately, if you take everything into consideration, I'm not too sure.
The 90s were great though, Diyar, by the way.
I wasn't here to.
Oh no,
I wasn't here to experience it. That's the thing. And football changed a lot since the 90s. So this good manager topic, I think, is a debate. I don't think it's as straightforward as it put out to be. I don't think it is. Just because he was good, that doesn't mean that he's a good manager in general. But yeah, we're going to disagree on that.
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to say I don't, but yeah. Very nearly the 4.
Well, we saw the 90th minute.
Is it? Good for that.
Yeah, 91st.
Just waiting for that little notification that goes off on my watch to tell me I don't have to watch this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going out to get pizza.
You're going out to get pizza?
Yeah.
You can't just get it delivered. Where you going?
No, because I'm doing a thing. Have you heard of the app Too Good To Go?
Oh yeah, you're talking about it where leftovers. Yeah, you can go get them.
That's it. You go and it helps eliminate food waste and helps me eat pizza at 10 o'clock at night.
Inter still like him. When was he at Inter? I think that's my point.
I mean, not everybody at Inter still likes him. I have to say, if you want a bit of fun and you haven't heard it before, Google Roberto Carlos Roy Hodgson and just read what he said about him. It's hilarious.
And you're talking about one of the greatest. Fullback to play the game, talking about him. That's the thing. Yeah, it's like
Wilf's just got a yellow for getting stroppy again. Yet again, having to deal with playing in this. Playing
this shit. Yeah. I don't blame him. Oh my days. Feel bad for him at times.
Dear. Yeah.
You done well.
Go on, Mateta. Wait. Okay, we messed it up in the end, but hey. Yeah. Nearly exciting. They've just apparently
the second half
just said time ticking away for Crystal Palace. I think that happened in the start of the second half.
The second half, exactly. Yeah. Oh, what's our next game, man? Next game
Saturday against
Sunday against Villa.
Against Villa. I might be busy Sunday. Genuinely, might be busy Sunday. Not just because of this shite, but I might be busy. I mean, I am busy Sunday.
All right, cool. Oh, that's so annoying, man. 3 more games to go. We got Villa, we got Arsenal, and got Liverpool. How many now? So looking at our recent results. It's done. It's done. Forget about recent results. I don't care. It's over. Yeah. 3-1 defeat to Southampton, and taking into consideration that Southampton has pretty much been shit for a very long time. Yeah. Not the greatest of results. Hambo, what do you make of it?
Complete shite, other than the opening part of the first half where we got an early goal. We hoped for the best. Performance really dropped off after that. Invited Southampton onto us. Couldn't cope again with a team that presses us, which was why I was so shocked Sheffield United didn't at least try it. And that's been the problem all season, isn't it? You can just look at this. It's a carbon copy of numerous games against numerous different types of opposition. We don't take the initiative. Even when we went 1-0 up, we didn't take the initiative then and try and hit a team low on confidence, hit them again, get the game out of sight. Instead, we gave them the opportunity to play their way back into the game. And they finished the game like they hadn't lost, 8 out of 10 games. And now they're a point behind us in the league. And frankly, it's a miracle we got 41 points this season, because we've been like that most of the season. And what that is not good enough, not acceptable, and not the Crystal Palace I identify with.
Yeah, we can easily drop down to 16th. This was pretty much a possibility. But look, thank you to everyone who's joined us. Look, I pretty much stand with Hambo what he said about the game. It's just same old, boring Palace, uninspiring. Carl Natural says Palace stinking doo-doo. Whatever we want to say. But 3 more games to go. 3 more games to go. Roy Hodgson is destroying his legacy at Palace by the game. He's done a good job again by this game. I don't know how he always outdoes himself. But another game gone by. 3 more games to go. Let's see how much he can destroy it before he leaves this club. And hopefully he does leave it, because this is absolutely awful. The players are uninspired. I'm uninspired. The fans are uninspired. And hopefully, the end of the season will come by and we'll have a nice little break. And next season, we won't be talking about this guy. But until Sunday, up the Palace.